Hello all and welcome into Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show about non-human protagonists or player characters in speedruns. And tonight we are settling well into October, which of course is the scary month. And I wanted to give y'all just a little dip your toes in kind of show, where it's not full-on horror, but it's like we got some cute creatures, we got some fun protagonists who normally might not be in the most dire of situations, but they're facing maybe a tougher thing than they normally would. They might be in a darker world than you might expect them to be. And we're going to start that off with Stray. Stray is an amazing little indie title. If you've never seen it, it is about a kitty cat. And it is a very, very cute little kitty cat. But unfortunately, the world's a little bit dark and we have to go find a way to fix it. And then we're going to head into Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. You might have noticed we're also having this one on tomorrow night, but it's a totally different run. Totally different category, different runners. So this is a nice little teaser for that. You get to see kind of how the game looks, any percent, and then also almost all the way completed. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then finally, we will finish it off with a lovely run of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And as we all know, the Prime series is where Samus starts to reveal that she is way more creature than anybody else could have anticipated. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to all three of our runs, and I hope y'all are too. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Stray, any percent unrestricted by the world record holder, Jonathan. Let's go ahead and meow our way into it.
Hello everyone, I go by John or Jonathan. I ran all categories of this game and I started playing it about a year ago or so now. I'm joined by Mr. Draga here, if you want to introduce.
Yes, hello, I ran this game. I started about the same time as Jonathan, really. I ran this game for a bit. I got decent time, and I'm here to help explain some things, help us go through the run. And so I'm looking forward to this.
I am very grateful for this man to be here to help me with this with commentary. We can go ahead and start the Tom in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the very first thing here is we're going to meet up with our cat friends, and we're going to interact with them in a specific order that's faster. Of course, this is a speedrun after all. Mm-hmm. And we are meant to lay down next to them, but we're going to run up the wall on the left here, and we're still going to be able to interact without actually laying down, so we're going to be able to skip this entire first section and cutscene.
Yeah, first of all, we have to get some kitty animations. So he's going to run to the cat on the right, then the cat straight ahead of us, and then the cat on the left. And that's the fastest route to interact with the cat, and it's like about a second, I want to say, faster than doing it the other way around.
And this black cat has something special for the chat here, real quick.
Yeah, we need to prepare ourselves for the run. So this cat's just gonna make sure that everybody in chat is nice and clean and prepared for the run.
Are you kidding?
Everyone, enjoy the cat bath.
Cute. Chat, do you feel ready?
Bless us all.
Do you feel loved?
Yes, definitely.
So he's gonna do.
I hope everyone else does.
So we're gonna do.
That's like an all-time Creature Corner moment right there. Y'all is starting us off so strong.
All right, so here, the cat is not able to get to the interact, so it's going to be in like an endless cycle here, which is going to skip this cutscene because we're not where we're supposed to be.
Yeah,
nice.
It's good.
And then if you want to explain this next part here real quick.
It's going to fade to black.
Just drop off.
Yeah, so it's going to fade to black, and the game just gives us back control, and he's going to clip through this pipe, land on the floor, okay, good, and then clip back in, okay.
We can breathe.
Yeah. And
so there's a small chance there that you can just clip through the floor. So it's very rare, but And thank God that didn't happen.
You can see
there's no checkpoint, so
yeah, you can see all of our cat friends waiting there for us. We're just going to continue on without them, unfortunately, because in the name of speed and in the name of skipping about a minute and a half long cutscene, we have to leave them behind. But we're also introduced here to by far the most important button in the game, which is the dedicated meow button. And I just want to say for the record, I think that all games should have a dedicated meow button. I think, Silent Hill, Resident Evil,
I agree.
all of them would be improved with a meow button. And this is sort of a good opportunity to mention the macro, which is allowed for this speedrun. So Jonathan has meow bound to, I don't know which one you have it on. It's either
I have it to mouse wheel down.
Mouse wheel down. And then there was a macro that is allowed for this game, which so you just hold down a button on your keyboard. It does 2,000 mouse scrolls per second. So in effect, we do 2,000 meows per second.
You heard that right. 2,000. Meows per second.
Which is going to have various things, various uses throughout the run. But right now, we're getting... Well, unfortunately, we are falling into this hole and getting separated from our cat friends.
Have you noticed they kind of just caught up to us magically?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't mention that. After the nap skip, if you interact with one of those cats, you can accidentally start the first cutscene, so you definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah. But after that, we've fallen into this hole here, and this is the sort of main setting of the game, which is really dead city that we are trying to escape from. It's kind of hard to hear, but you can hear some meows, perhaps from the cats up there, or maybe from our cat. I'm not actually sure, but yeah.
I like to think it's like in our cat's head.
Yeah.
Perhaps like it's still hearing it. And we're going to be introduced to one of the main enemies. They're called Zerks, and you'll be able to see two of them right here behind this trash bag. Are actually going to be kind enough to open this door for us, so you can appreciate that.
We might have been stuck here for a while if these Zerks hadn't opened this door for us.
Just going to go ahead and do another cat close up here.
Hello there.
Hello there. So that's how it works. We don't take fall damage. We're all good. We just lick ourselves, and we're back to basically normal now. The first level was mainly just meant to show us how to jump and how to parkour. So very straightforward. Just hold W, hit space.
Mm-hmm.
At the second level, we get a big, nice title card here. The second level does introduce some like minor puzzles and a little bit more exploration to the game. Yeah,
we're going to be seeing. This game doesn't really have a HUD or like a map or anything, and so like that nice arrow on the sign there. This game uses mainly environmental clues to sort of show you where you're meant to go, and I think it does a really good job of doing that. So like this sign as well.
Yeah, for sure. Casually, it says follow me right there. And
we get the first small puzzle here. So he picks up the bucket and then climbs up on the pipes there and uses it to shut off the pan. And he's going to attempt a small skip here. So there's a paint can you have to interact with here, and he's going to line up with it at a particular angle, try to interact with it 3 times instead of the normal 2, and it's going to push him off the ledge directly into the hole.
Yeah, so what it is you're meant to push that 3 times to break the glass, but you can actually like interact with the bucket as it's falling. So it just takes you to wherever the bucket is, which was where we need to go. And then this is meant to be a jump scare. If we hold back just like that, we hardly get knocked back, and we're meant to interact with this robot, but we ain't got time for it.
We're just going to move straight past. And this is the first of many chase sequences throughout the game, and we're also going to see the first really big use of the macro in the game. So the Zerks, they're going to be chasing us. They're going to try to grab onto us. And in a casual game, you would be using the meow button, and you would have to mash it really quickly to like shake them off of you. But using the macro, because we do 2,000 meows per second, they're just going to bounce right off of us. And this part really isn't a challenge for us in the speedrun.
Now, if you really care about your Tom, you still don't want to get touched here because you lose 1 frame.
A whole frame.
You know. Yes. This section also has by far the hardest achievement, I would say, is to get through this entire chase sequence without being grabbed a single time, which I've only ever pulled off once before.
Yeah, that's very challenging. Yeah.
It's something that I probably couldn't do again unless I really really practice it. But yeah, we're just gonna go in as straight as a line as possible. We're not gonna worry about these little guys. They're no threat with the macro.
And jump into the apartment here.
Then we're going to be seeing some more tricky jumps, and some randomness can happen. A lot of the jumps in this game, there's a random chance you'll either get a slight speed boost or a slight slip, and we don't really understand how this works, but it can add a lot of randomness to your Tom, for sure.
Yeah, so you can never fall down all the way. It's just an animation the cat gets sometimes, where sometimes it'll sort of slip when it's trying to jump, and it loses about a second because of the animation where it has to like pull itself back up. But yeah, there are also speed boosts that I don't think are really like an intended part of the movement, but yeah, some jumps you can get basically a random speed boost that saves you about a second each. And so the first possible speed boost is going to be when you jump onto that like scaffolding, whatever it is, up here.
And speaking of like environmental stuff, you can also meow to light up the environment here, which is very nice. I don't remember getting lost really in my first playthrough.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to do.
And then this is another area where it's quite susceptible to getting the sort of climbing animation, but it looks like we're all good.
When I ran this in Glitchless originally, I used to like to call this Dead Run City because there were so many times where you could just lose all your Toms or random jumps not working properly.
Yeah,
or getting stuck.
There's another small speed boost you can get here.
Which I actually got.
Nice,
that was nice. Now here we're, as I'm sure all of our cats have done, is stand on a keyboard and, type away. We're going to need to input 3 lines of code, doesn't matter what it is. Also, we're going to meow with this camera to nod at us, because I really like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually matter what you input into the keyboard. You just need to input a certain amount of characters before the game will progress. And no.
And this is most people's favorite movement part, right?
I love this part, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely no issues at all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It can be very tricky to land where you need to and place these batteries. Can be quite finicky sometimes.
So there were 4 batteries he needs to grab here and put them into these slots, and you need to be standing right next to them, otherwise you'll just drop them on the ground. But that was pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, this is the first cutscene where you can move during, and if you do it better than that, you can actually make it all the way up here to the box.
Wow.
So we know
before the cut. Actually, make it all the way up here to the box before the cutscene's even over.
B12. If y'all in chat haven't seen B12 yet, get ready to fall in love with another thing in this game.
Yeah, so
cutie.
B12 here.
I see it. Yeah,
going to be our main companion throughout the game.
Yeah, so B12
kind of like that movie we got. Nice wordless storytelling.
It's a B12 acts as our companion throughout the game. We'll explain the story.
Hello, chat. It looks like the robots hacked our little systems and brought us back down. But we are back. Let's go ahead and get back into some Stray.
All right. I'm John or Jonathan. I think B12 being activated seemed to cause some lag here, but I think it's fine now. B12 is trying to mess with us.
Let's just say that, yeah.
Yeah, that's totally what it was.
Yeah.
We can resume in 3, 2, 1, now. All right. B12, you need to behave, little buddy.
Yeah, so as I say, we're going to explain the detailed story now because, well, in fact, no, we're not. We're going to see another use of the meow button here.
Skipping dialogue.
Yeah, so skipping dialogue is tied to the meow button, and so using it, we can just skip dialogue instantly like this instead of like having to like keep on tapping the button. It's just a nice little convenience to have that.
This is just him showing us like a tutorial of all you can do, like hold inventory for us, input code. Mm-hmm. This is the only code and it's not random, so that's definitely very nice.
Yep.
And a flashlight. Now, if you want to talk about the most important category in this game real quick.
So it's a fun fact about the leaderboards for this game. The most important category is actually spin percent, which is actually just how fast you can spin the cat, like any percent and glitchless. Those are really just category extensions, and the main category is really just spin percent, which is just how fast you can spin the cat. And then there's a cutscene skip here, which is going to do, and we got nice.
Now that there is another use for the macro is having the help function. As I spin again, I'm going to explain this. Is having the help function bound to the macro, so we can pull it up when the cutscene trigger is active, and that will skip the cutscene.
Yeah, so you have to hit the help function on the exact frame that the cutscene starts, but yeah, because we have the macro, it's really not that bad. That cutscene skip that we just did is probably the hardest in the run, and all the other ones really aren't that bad. That's the only one that like poses any sort of challenge.
Yeah, I think there's 4 cutscene skips, and they're all way more lenient than that one. Mm-hmm. And here we have robots going mad because they've never seen a cat before.
Yeah, so we're
stumbling.
We're about to interact with a character called Guardian, and he wants us to go and meet a character called Momo. We are not going to do that. We are going to instead do by far the biggest skip in the run. It skips like 20 or 25 minutes of the game compared to glitchless. It skips 3 whole chapters, which we are just not going to see at all in this one. And so, it's called sleep paralysis. And so just after we give Momo the postcard here, or so not Momo, give Guardian the postcard here. Yeah.
So the 3 chapters that are skipped, there are actually like unique glitches in Unrestricted that you don't get to see, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But they are shown in like ILs, and they're actually really cool. It's kind of a shame you don't get to show them, but now for the actual skip sleep paralysis though is a pixel perfect skip. It's
pixel perfect, but there's a restart checkpoint he's going to do, and that makes it very consistent. So you do have to be standing on the exact pixel, but there is a very, very consistent setup for it, thankfully.
Now this was him showing us where Guardian is, and we're just going to completely ignore that. And this door here, if we interact with it twice really fast on either side, we can clip right through. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to need this is the only skip where we need to lower the frame rate to 30 here.
Yeah. And also restart the checkpoint for it.
Yeah, it is very much less consistent with this reset.
Yeah.
It seems to never want to work.
I'm learning that cats can phase through doors, and this explains a lot.
Now I'm going to take a tiny, like the very tiny step here to get where I need to be. And this is going to allow the cat to, as you say, clip through. Now we're going to clip through everything. We're going to start flying. We're having an out-of-body experience. Don't mind us here.
And, as he approaches the robot here, it's just going to
clip under his legs.
There's no match for cat.
Yeah.
Yes. Now this door here I'm going under is the door that would not normally be accessible until like 3 chapters later. So this is the main thing here. We need to switch back to 60 as we land.
As he lands on the floor here, he's going to activate a checkpoint for 3 chapters from now. But for the game to actually allow us to progress, he has to exit the main menu and restart the checkpoints from there to make the game think that we've completed all the prerequisites and everything. And so, so we're now done that, and now we're just on the boat with Momo, and Momo's just going to take us through the sewers.
Now, I think if you don't quit out there, like, you can't interact with Momo, or he's not even there.
Yes.
Either one. I've never really tried that.
No. He's there, but yeah,
he's just
interact with
AFK.
him, yeah.
So during that time, we've upgraded our flashlight. We've got an ultraviolet light, which can zap Zerks quite literally like popcorn. And I will show that off after this section here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was the points of the last 3 chapters that we didn't see at all. We were informed by Momo that we would have to go through the sewers to reach an area called the Ant Village. But to get through the sewers, because the sewers are so Zerk infested and so dangerous, that we would need to find this light to help us through it. And so that was the goal of the last 3 chapters. But just by restarting the checkpoint, the game just gives us to it without actually doing any of that.
I didn't get to quite explain because of the technical thing earlier. B12, we want to always have him active at all times if we can, which the main way is just having our flashlight always on. Because for every interaction or item pickup, he needs to be active, and that'll save time instead of having to pull him out of the backpack every time.
Yeah, it saves just the animation of him exiting the backpack, which is about half a second every time. But yeah, over the course of the whole run, that definitely adds up.
This is what it looks like. The Zerks have no chance, and they're gone. They're gone.
They're gone.
We never see them again.
This cat is very powerful.
Yes.
There was an achievement for completing this level without killing any Zerks, which because us speedrunners, we have the power of macros and 2,000 meows per second. It's not that much of a challenge for us, but definitely, if you're doing it as it's meant to be played, it's definitely much more of a challenge to complete this without taking out any Zerks.
Now there are a few parts in this section where if you have the trainer and no clip, you can still walk around. They still have collision on a lot of these areas. I don't know if they were planning to add more here or what, but I thought that was interesting. We can't quite reach these, unfortunately, but if you want to, real quick, let's talk about what B12 says here about how he's happy to have no sense of smell because he's in a sewer. And me and Drago were thinking, how did he even know what it would smell like? If he's,
we had some serious debate about this in one of our practice runs. Yeah.
Oh, that was a plot hole.
What do you think?
Yeah.
But
Totally.
But like his lore, he used to be a human, and he's like slowly unlocking memories. So maybe it's like, oh yeah, that's what that would smell like.
I think that's how we resolved it. Yeah.
If you want to talk
one of the
about
very few benefits of roboticism.
Yeah.
No bad smells. Don't have to deal.
If you want to talk about what you thought Momo was going to do in your first playthrough.
So my first playthrough, so Momo is sort of sacrificing himself here. He's sort of just allowing himself to be trapped in the underground sewer bit here, and he opens the door to let us go through. And I thought we were setting up his character for a redemption arc later, and it just never happens.
It kind of fell through.
Yeah.
There was no villain arc.
Yeah.
I also find it funny that he still helps us, even though we skipped the helping of us of him. He still just agrees because he saw us do that crazy glitch earlier where we're flying around and said, "Better help this guy, or he's going to do something to me." Now the sewers is pretty straightforward, except for one particular skip, which is kind of like the most infamous skip, I would say, because it's the only skip where we can practice it as much as we want. There's still a 50-50 chance, more or less, that it will just decide not to work, which is called water run, or I call it coin flip for that reason. Mm-hmm. And if you want to explain any of that.
So water run is a skip which is going to be just in the next section after this. And what he's going to do is he's going to jump onto a barrel. He's going to line up on the pipe first, jump onto a barrel, and then line up his sights with another pipe in front of it. and that's going to sort of glitch him off of the barrel. He's going to re-jump onto the barrel, and there was about a 50-50 chance that you just get soft locked at that point, in which case he's going to have to reload the checkpoints, or hopefully we get the water run skip, and if we do get the water run skip, we get glitched off of the barrel, which lets us walk into the water or run into the water, which the barrel is on. And it lets us skip a cutscene, which is about 40 seconds long. But as I said, so you can practice this as much as you want. You can create any setup that you want. I don't think this will ever be consistent. Unfortunately, it's just a 50-50 chance if it wants to cooperate. So let's see.
Every runner pretty much has their own different way of doing this.
Yeah.
That's the same rate of whether a cat would like to cooperate with you.
Yeah.
Sure seems like it.
So jump.
Unless you have food. If you have food, then they're more likely to.
This dramatically increases your odds.
No, that was actually first try. I'm very glad.
Let's go first try. Nice.
If I can get through here, that would be nice. That would be great. This isn't the random part. I don't know what's going on.
Uh-oh.
You've got to stop running and then.
Let me do this. Come on. I'm not running. I swear, there's food on the other side, cat. There's food.
Come on, we got treats.
Okay, you're gonna have to revert to the OG setup. Yeah,
Classic.
I promise
you
this
think
is
it's
not
gonna
the hard
work,
parts.
but the cat's not actually cooperating.
I've never actually seen this before.
Quite the bait and switch.
How do you do it the other way?
Oh, the thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I promise this isn't the hard part. This is.
Unless I don't. I can't say I've seen this before. There we go. My lord. It should not take that long.
That gay clip is meant to be one of the easier parts of the trick.
For me, it was reverse. That was apparently the hardest part of the skip. Now that they're going under that bridge skips the entire cutscene there.
Yeah.
That was. I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I cannot explain that. But speaking of like.
GDQ thing,
yeah, that's something that would only happen in a GDQ run.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror, you might have saw earlier. There's a lot of like just eyeballs that have been popping up everywhere, and watching us.
Yeah. So this is meant to be, well, I guess, is just another chase sequence. In the cutscene that we skipped, B12 was meant to exert himself too much and break. That doesn't happen because we skipped that cutscene, and so we still actually have access to B12. And so we can still use his UV light, but also, and this is kind of difficult to hear, that the cat actually has a different sound there, because it's meant to be carrying B12 in its mouth, and so it has a different meowing sound in that one section compared to the rest of the game.
That was a cut DLC meow that they decided to slip in there. So this is a new thing here, where we had to quit out after a skip. A console runner found out that that's not needed anymore. If you interact with B12 while he's on the ground and then just reset the checkpoint, you can still continue like normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise B12, because of the cutscene skip that we did, the B12 can just never be activated again if you don't do that. And that ultimately means that you soft lock in the next level.
Yeah, so here, there's a cutscene skip at the very start. And then we're going to need to activate him again as we jump off this light, or his dialogue will just repeat infinitely.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, so this is where, in a casual playthrough, where B12 will be going through his realization that he used to be a human scientist, I believe, that has implanted his consciousness into this like robot toy thing. But that's what. So he has. We have to activate his dialogue in order for that dialogue with the character's name. I want to say the Elder or something. But we have to interact with the Elder there in order to be able to progress to the next level. And so
this
on to another boost here. No. Okay.
This is definitely the shortest chapter, but it's also very easy to make a wrong jump here, it seems like.
Yeah.
Now, according to Draga, if you hold W here, you save time. So I'm holding W.
I swear,
can you join in? W's in chat.
Any W.
I swear it saves time. I swear it makes.
Now here, this seems to have the largest window for cutscene skips, and it's really hard to mess
this
up.
is definitely the most lenient.
The only really hard one is the postcard. It's like one frame window.
Yeah, so there were a bunch of, there's not a bunch, there's one train there, and that train is going to be the thing that hopefully takes us to the control room to find a way out of the city, but unfortunately it's not active right now. So we have to find a battery to activate it, and the battery is inside of a factory. And to get inside of the factory, we need to get 2 pieces of clothing, so I'd say disguise. There's a skip here called Cat in the Hat.
In the Dr. Seuss Enjoyers Cat in the Hat.
Where you clip through that gate and pick up the hat nice and easily.
And we need a cat. We don't need a cat. We need a hat and we need a jacket. Both.
Well, we also need a cat. For,
we
already have the cat.
And the jacket, yeah.
We've already had that, don't worry. So we're going to break these 2 cameras on the way up, and we need to break one on the way down because a robot will give us an item that we need if we do that for him. And here we're going to break into Clementine, her apartment here. Well, she's going to first think that we're here to harm her, but she quickly realizes that we're just trying to help. So
we're just a nice, friendly cats.
Yes. And we're going to open this drawer here for when we come back. Bit of a spoiler, we do come back here.
Yeah. And then break the final, or interact with Clementine first, and then after exiting the apartment, break the final camera and grab a cassette tape from the robots down at the bottom floor.
Now, I was considering whether or not I wanted to show this, but I think I'm going to. This is very worthy time loss. I think this is one of the cutest, if not the cutest, interaction in the game. How this guy just instantly falls in love with the cat.
Aww. Well, if a cat chose me like that, I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can hear the purr and.
Yeah, this is very worthy.
100% worthy. A little bit of kneading. All right, so we have the cassette tape now, which we're going to use to play very loud dubstep in here to distract this guy. So he'll go to turn the radio off so we can steal his jacket real quick.
Yeah.
And this is Blazer, the guy that's going to help us break into the factory, which happens to be called Neko Factory, which is nice.
And then there's after the dialogue, there's a very small skip here where you can jump into the box before the game fades to black. And that just skips the having to do that animation afterwards. So it says literally just that, maybe half a second or so. But
Did anyone see the cat was still like on the ground and like teleported back up?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this factory might have the worst security of all time because they don't even look in what's in the boxes. It's like seems good.
I think you should really expect the cat to be in the box. That's like the most cat thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have needed Blazer's help to break in here with that kind of security, but we still do. Now, there's a lot of turrets here, and we're meant to be stealthy. But there's no time for stealth in the speedrun, and we don't need it anyway because we're just too fast.
Yeah, this section, you can get spotted as much as you want, and they'll never, well, I mean, they might shoot at you, but they'll never actually hit you.
Yeah.
And then there are some meowing strats where you can distract a turrets, but that doesn't matter in this level. It will matter a little bit more in the next level, but for right now, yeah, we can just run past everything, and yeah, they're never going to hit us.
Yeah, I'm just doing this to show that, you can very easily distract them. Now, this next part we're going to do quite a bit differently. We're meant to push this barrel all the way and use it to activate the third button, and use 2 Roombas to activate the other 2. But turns out we can just use the cat to activate the last button.
And then, yes, the battery is in the center cylinder there, and you're meant to activate all 3 buttons. So 2 using the Roombas, and then 1 using the barrel. But if you just activate the third button with the cats, you can actually grab the battery just before the battery gets too high to grab.
To anyone that has ever ran this game before, I know we can all agree we do not like barrels. They're like one of our biggest enemies, and so you can jump up just before it goes back up and grab it very quickly like that. And this is the last chance.
Speedrunning community versus the Donkey Kong speedrunning community. Opposite opinions on barrels.
This is the last chance to show off our spins, so we're going to try to do as fast as we can.
That's why he's the world record holder, folks.
Come on now, don't say that. But yeah, so now they have caught on to what we're doing. So we're going to come back and we're going to see tons of turrets here now surrounding Clementine's place.
Yeah,
which once again we can just hold W.
Yeah, these turrets do pose a little bit more of a threat, but it's still really nothing to worry about. One of the final turrets here, there was somewhat of a strat to distract it, but it's somewhat RNG, and so I think Johnny turns.
Yeah, so right here, you can meow to like make the turret look away. But for some reason, when I do that, it always seems to turn and get me, so I'm going to do a much safer way here.
So Clementine...
Now this is... Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to Clementine's left. She's abandoned her room, but she's left 4 notes around her room to let us know where she's going. We have to pick up the notes, but in the 80% speedrun, we just kind of don't go where she is anyway. Yeah, we still have to interact with the notes. And then restart checkpoints. It's just to ensure that the one turret outside of the window here does actually pose a threat to us, and so we have to restart the checkpoint here just to ensure its pathing doesn't spot us, basically.
Yeah, that will make sure that he's always faced the other way. So we're gonna take all of her notes, and like he said, we're not going to even go to where she goes because we're going to be able to skip it. Cat jam, any cat jammer enjoyers? So we're going to make this jump here, which is going to make the game think that we are in the nightclub.
Yeah, so it thinks we're in the nightclub, and it just deloads the rest of the area outside then.
Yes, which is, I want to go ahead and say real quick, there is a much faster way of doing this drop. But if you miss it, it is pretty much GG's, so I'm going to do it the old way right here, which is just run off the side, and this always makes you land right here where you need to be.
Yeah, the other way of doing it is you can fall directly onto one of the barrels you can see in the water there, but it's a very precise setup, and if you miss it, you just fall into the void.
Yeah.
And you can't restart the checkpoint there, because the game, if you restart the checkpoint, the game still thinks we're in the nightclub, and so it resets you inside of the nightclub, and which would mean you'd have to play through that entire section. If
you actually go for that in a marathon, then it's like plus 1,000,000 aura, in my opinion. That is, I don't think I've ever seen someone do that before. It's crazy. But anyway, we're meant to be locked up after the cat jam because the Blazer guy, he ends up betraying us and locking us up. And we're also meant to lose B12, but we still have him. Ta-da. And oddly enough, there's still interactions that you can do with B12 here, even though we're supposed to have lost him. Mainly with, well, I guess only with Clem here.
Yeah, that's where we have to get a key just to unlock our cell, and then we're going to start messing around. But I mean, Clementine's AI is already somewhat broken.
We're just going to break it even more. Yeah, exactly. So in glitchless, there's a good chance that she can just stop moving randomly, and that can just completely kill your run, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, but thankfully that's not so much of an issue in any percent.
One thing I want to say is that Draga has never even noticed that there's like a fake sky texture up here, which to me is proof that gamers do not look up. Can confirm.
Yes, this is true.
Gamers do not.
Yeah, this is sort of a plot twist later on, but the city is not outside, and it makes no sense for there to be a sky there. Yeah. Just for the record,
it's a fake sky of a sky that's already fake. Now this is just me walking along the wall because I think it makes her follow me faster. I've always done that. We wanted to, so there's an Among Us reference coming up here. There's an imposter among us. So you see B12. This is the fake B12 right here, the one that we're going to save. Wait, what? It is. We already have B12. There can't be two real ones.
So I didn't realize you were going to do that.
Okay, so if we interact with Clem after this cutscene, we can have her open the door with the power of telekinesis or something. She's going to unlock it from there. And then...
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. And then as soon as we open this door, it's going to warp her to where she needs to be for this cutscene, straight to the wall.
So after this section, we're going to have to rescue the imposter B12. And this is a slightly scary section. Because of all of the glitches and sequence breaking we've been doing. If you die in this section, the game actually soft locks. Like, you can restart the checkpoints, but you can't progress with the game then. And so we're going to hope that Johnny Time doesn't die. It is quite hard to die, but it is still scary nonetheless. This is an example of using a meow to distract one of the turrets, and that's actually quite a useful instance of it.
Now this cutscene here, you can, after pulling a lever, you can make it all the way to B12 before it's even over, which is very nice. Yeah. I think that was the first trick I ever learned, actually. And then we're going to return the fake B12 back to Clem here.
And, okay, good. Okay, yeah, so we're past the soft locking point, thankfully.
Yes. Now,
yay!
Yes. In my first playthrough, this actually happened. After this checkpoint, Clem would just freeze and not walk where she's supposed to. So we're gonna, after this, we're gonna just restart the checkpoint real quick to get her some pep in her step.
Yeah, and Clemson's AI here is quite glitchy still, and sometimes she still just doesn't move even after restarting checkpoints.
I think she might have been drinking in jail, I'm not gonna lie. Or the AI, or the developers were drunk when they were making her AI, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to shout out Lettuce Seeds for this because they're the only one to find a consistent way to quickly jump here. You're meant to wait for her to like crouch down, but you can actually just jump over her head as soon as she turns around if you time it. As soon as you see her face here. Just like that. Saves maybe like a second and a half.
That's amazing, because I don't know how I would have even thought of that. Speedrunners are so cool.
I agree, 100%.
And then in this upcoming section, we've had enough of running from the turrets, so we're going to imprison them ourselves. And so he's going to get the attention of this first turret here and run into the cell and wait until it's coming in and then lock the door and run out. It's very nice. As
you're starting to see a consistent trend, a lot of the AI in this game is just very, very borked and buggy sometimes.
Yeah, that first Sentinel's AI is somewhat broken, and it doesn't like to follow you into the cell sometimes.
Now the second one here, if I wait until this one turns around, there's a mostly consistent way to do this if I follow the correct line here.
Yeah, this is actually more consistent than the first cell.
There is a chance I can get shot, but
yeah,
you know, we didn't, thankfully.
yeah, doing that route around the pillar, like makes it much less likely that you'd be shot by one of the turrets there.
Now you can get a sneak peek at the fake sky here. See how the stars are just in a circle.
Yeah.
We're gonna open this door for Clem. And I didn't mention earlier, but you can open the B12 menu like during these short cutscenes to keep them active. Which saves a little bit of time from having to pull them out of the backpack again.
And it's going to have to point out the cards here to Clem by scratching on the keys on the door. And Clementine is going to decide that she should be the one driving the car instead
Rude.
of the cat. Yeah, which I think is a bit rude, but no worries. The cat, I promise the cat will get its comeuppance. The cat will get its chance to shine.
There will be redemption, don't worry. Now, so here, Draga actually did this by accident in his first playthrough, is you can catch up to the truck just in time to catch on. So you can pretty much skip this entire chase sequence if you run like diagonally towards it like this. And there's
easy peasy.
You would normally have to chase Clem all the way down there, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, there's meant to be a whole chase sequence with the tunnel there, but you can just catch up to the car beforehand, and it's not even hard to do. More
evidence of Clem drunk driving here. You can see her going out of control.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm not sure how that works with robots, but
I don't know. Maybe they drink oil, motor oil,
short circuit or something. Yeah.
It's like what happened earlier in the run.
Yeah.
All right, now she's gave us the keys to the train, which we have all we need because we got the battery earlier. She's gonna skirt on out of here.
And as we said, the cat will get its redemption, and the camera's not going to show it. The camera angle's not going to show it, but it is part of the law that the cat is a qualified train driver. So it is, in fact, the cat actually properly driving the train. And so we didn't get to drive the car earlier, but we do get to operate the train.
That is definitely canon.
Yeah. I think that's the sequel they're working on, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
maybe GT Stray when it comes up. GT Stray 6.
Yeah.
GT Stray 6 will never exist. Sorry, chat.
I have to say, all memes aside, I really hope they make a sequel to this game one day. I have high hopes. Also, this music here is jamming. I love it. Yeah, so the camera cuts it off because they want to keep us in suspense for the next time we see the cat.
Yeah, it is the cat driving the train. It is confirmed within the canon.
I mean, we're the only ones in there. Who else is going to be driving this thing? Surely not B12.
No.
All right, we're moving on to the last chapter here, control room, and there's one more spot where I can zoom the cat in. Beautiful. It's almost my entire screen. You can even see.
Hello.
They like animated in its eyes and everything. It's such detail. Now,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for some reason, this one staircase has a turbo boost. If you look down like this, whee! That's the only staircase like that, for whatever reason.
Yeah, so it doesn't work on any of these staircases or anything. Just that one staircase, you can just get a boost off of.
We're going to skip this puzzle with the Roomba. No clip mode.
It's going to pull the Roomba towards the door. It's going to push it through the door slightly, and then once it's like that, jump on top of it, and it'll let him clip right through the door.
We're going to skip. This is the last cutscene right here. Skip it right there. And then another notoriously tough movement section would be these keyboards here at the very end. Mm-hmm. The evil keyboards, I like to call. I've heard them called before.
Yeah, so there's going to be a whole bunch of keyboards that we need to activate for B12. And yes, it's because you can't really move the camera in the beginning. You sort of have to do the movement blind to begin with, and it's very, very finicky.
Yes.
If you touch a keyboard that you're not meant to, yeah, that's a really hard recovery.
I totally didn't do that in a practice run yesterday. I missed a keyboard and lost 20 seconds or something.
Yeah, we weren't sitting there for 30 seconds wondering why the cutscene wasn't starting. That didn't happen.
All right, so here, so there's 3 terminals we need to scratch open and activate, and a cutscene will play during the one I just opened. So what I'm going to do is do this one first in this order, and I'm going to make both the cutscenes happen at the same time.
Yeah, so you have to like scratch the wiring and then activate the consoles. So we scratched the wiring for the first console, but didn't activate it yet. So we activated the console for the like second monitor thing here, and it's going to buffer the dialogue, and that's to hopefully overlap 2 cutscenes at once, just like that. And that is slightly faster than doing all of the 3 different consoles like manually.
And if you take a look at B12, he's getting weaker and weaker after each one we're doing here. He's using up all his power. Poor guy.
So activate the final monitor and then take B12 over to the big main station.
There we go. I shed tears on my first playthrough here.
Yeah.
I did.
07 B12.
07.
7.
Not the sad music too.
And then I didn't it only occurred to me during this final cutscene that this wasn't like a proper city, that it was like an underground place, and like the stars you see in the sky are like just the lights on the dome, and like it didn't occur to me until this final cutscene that was the case. And I don't know if I just if that's really meant to be a plot twist, but
there were a few times where I looked up and saw the star pattern that seemed a bit weird. Something seemed a bit off there. Now the sunlight it's not really told why, but it's going to completely just wipe out all the Zerks and turrets. They could be vampires secretly, who knows?
Reasons, And we're also going to get our final look at Momo for a split second.
For a little bit, yeah. And a bunch of other characters that we didn't really have time to meet. I just want to say this game means a lot to me, really.
It's a good one.
We
have it here.
Now I can move around a little bit here to wake up the cat faster. For unforetold reasons, we're not taking B12. That's the one part I don't understand, but...
Yeah. We're gonna... we've accessed the consoles and got the door to the outside open. And then as he's running up the stairs here, there was one final jump prompt you can get off, which saves a very, very small amount of the running up the stairs here.
I'm just going to jump off this box because it's faster than the normal running speed here. And once we get to the top of the stairs, that'll be time. So about 3, 2, 1, time.
GG's. GG's.
Thank you, GG's.
Great run. That was lovely.
Now, does the cat get to reunite with his friends? Maybe one more one day. Now we have to wait.
Surely, yeah.
I also dedicate this game to one of my cats that passed away last year. So, even though it's a different color, I used to imagine that it was my cat when I played this game.
I'm fine canonizing that. That's wonderful.
right.
Thank you so much for being here to share this.
It was a great time. I am glad to share it with everyone.
Well, I'm sure chat absolutely loved it. There was so much hype and so many people saying how much fun they were having watching during the run. So thank you so much for being here and for
Thanks for
everybody
having me.
who loved this one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I'm sure, given, of course, this wonderful run, that people would love to see where both of you are and whether y'all, listen to your shoutouts. Go ahead and give
Oh
them.
yeah, well I go by the same name on Twitch and YouTube. That's the main two things that I'm on. Drago, you can go ahead.
Yep, I'm Drager with an underscore on Twitch. Someday I'll get the straight Drager name, but right now it is Drager with an underscore. Right now I'm doing Soma runs. I'm going for world record. I've been triking runs recently, but surely soon I'll get the world record finally. And yeah, that's where you can find me and what I'm doing right now.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for being here. That was so much fun watching this game just absolutely get decimated. I learned that cats have a lot of mysterious powers. We will be back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show about speedruns that feature non-human protagonists and player characters. We just had Stray on. That was so much fun watching our runner absolutely break the game with special abilities from our cat, such as going out of bounds. And we're about to see basically the same thing with another amazing creature that can absolutely break reality. But before we start off with our Kirby run, I am going to take just a second to remind y'all that Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 will be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th to the 10th. Registration is open, so be sure to register if you want to experience the event in person. And you can even upgrade to a foil badge by November 1st. Visit gdq.gg for more information. We would absolutely love to see you there. Now is the time to register and get hyped for all the stuff we've got coming up, like GDQX, AGDQ, Games Done Queer. So much fun stuff coming up here on the GDQ channel and in person if you want to join us at AGDQ. But before that, we got to get into our next run. This is Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland Any Percent by Ryaneer. Let's go.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Reiner. Today I'll be presenting Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland for the Game Boy Advance. I'm joined by three lovely commentators. If you all want to introduce yourselves.
Who wants to go first?
Go, Luca. Luca, go. Thank you.
Yeah. My name is Moxie Claus. I am also a longtime runner of this game. I run a bunch of different Kirby games and also some other random different games, different platformers and things.
I am Pro Hybrid. I am also slightly less, but also kind of long-time Niddle runner. And I also run a variety of other Kirby games on the side all across the series.
Hi, my name is Luca. I go by Music Quill on Twitch. I am a top 3 runner of Any Percent and 100% for this game, as well as some other miscellaneous categories. I'm looking forward to watching Reiner kick DDD's little behind today.
And I think with that, we're about ready to go. I think we're just going to hop right into it. I might be a little bit quiet throughout the course of the run because this game just takes a lot out of my brain. I need to focus at all times, and it's hard at times.
Yeah, this game's really fast-paced. There's not a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So the very first thing that Reiner's going to be going for here is a really difficult mix. It's a 4-frame window to get it. We're looking for wheel here. So let's see if we can get it.
Ah, it's a one off.
Oh, I got
so
hammered.
close.
That's one late.
Because we missed it, we have to respawn these guys and do it again. That's also one off.
That's all right. These things are hard.
It is.
Yeah, especially when you have
There
a
we go.
long window.
There it
like this one,
is.
It can be pretty difficult
Yeah.
to time.
The 1-1 mix,
Yeah.
you have to pretty much hit the 16th ability on it, which is very far in on the roulette. It is very hard to time. You have to just pretty much grind that timing down.
Yeah, the cool thing about Kirby games is you can get pretty much any ability you want at any time by inhaling 2 enemies at the same time and just stopping the mix wheel at the right time. It's a little bit easier said than done, though, because, again, that you have 1/15 of a second to hit the correct ability, and the further away the ability is from the starting one, the harder it is to time. And, again, yeah, wheel is pretty far away from beam.
You'll also learn pretty quickly, wheel is kind of the bread and butter of this run. Wheel is going to be used for long stretches, so you'll see quite a few mixes for this in particular.
Yeah, it's the fastest horizontal movement ability in the game, and that's what most of this game is, so you're going to see it quite a bit.
Yeah, you may have seen a couple of times Reiner is turning his wheel before he enters the water. The reason why he does this is because your momentum is maintained in the water when you turn, and you can actually keep it when you hop into the air as well. So it's a really good time save as opposed to just swimming regularly.
Something we're going to be doing constantly throughout this run is a little technique called wheel canceling, done by releasing the direction you're moving, pressing B, and then pressing the direction you're moving again, and you'll cancel a really slow sliding animation that Kirby usually has when exiting wheel. But now we get to use burning.
Yeah, so we switch over to burning here. There's actually a fairly new and very difficult route where we keep wheel through here, but Musical is currently the only person who goes for that route. But the trade-off for burning here is you lose a little bit of speed, but you do a lot better and more consistent damage. And we're going to need it for both this Frosty fight and also for Wispy, who's the boss of the first world here.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, some of those burning strings are really, really hard to time. I honestly don't even go for that particular one. I just wait for Kirby to fall.
Yeah, I think that one's a 2-frame window, but... Actually, all right. This is Wispy Woods. He is the first boss of this game and is also conveniently very easy in comparison to some other games in the Kirby series.
Yep, and we just get to slam Kirby's burning face into it a bunch of times, and then we're done.
It's 12 hits with burning to kill him and 15 with wheel, I think.
Two one's another good level for burning strings and just kind of picking and choosing your spots like exactly where you want to land, because obviously once you're in the burning spot, if you land at the wrong time, you're going to land right in front of an enemy and you lose your ability.
Yeah, that's one thing about burning in general, is every time you use it, it goes a set distance. So you really need to like plan ahead before you burn and make sure that you're not going to end the animation on top of an enemy and get hit. So all of the burning strings are very carefully routed out.
Pretty much don't want to mess up a single one, pretty much. Or else you might get hit. This game as a whole is extremely punishing if you like start to make mistakes.
Yeah, there's different Kirby games handle losing your ability in different ways. This is one of the Kirby games where if you get hit, no matter what, you drop your ability.
You drop your ability, and if you lose it multiple times, the star actually is a little faster in terms of its velocity, so it's harder to get back.
Something we haven't explained yet is that double stars in this game, where if you drop your ability, combine it with something else, do a ton of damage to bosses and just one shot like pretty much any mid boss in this game, which we've done twice right now already.
Yep, and that one conveniently gives wheel, which we like a lot.
This level, in my opinion, is where the game starts taking a major difficulty turn for like pretty much the better course of the entire run, in my opinion.
There's a Meta Knights arena coming up where we fight Meta Knights little guys who are actually called the Meta Knights, so it's a little bit confusing. But we usually just call them arenas to simplify it a little bit. And so what Reiner's going to do is he's going to drop wheel and spit the enemies at each other, and then make sure to re-inhale wheel right before the star pops. And just going to juggle the ability very carefully here, making sure it stays alive through this arena.
There we go.
That was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I was messing that up a lot yesterday, so I'm really glad I hit that.
Yeah, that's a really difficult strategy. That
Well done.
did not always used to be the strategy. We used to just get rid of wheel and go without it, but it saves quite a bit of time being able to keep it through these next two stages.
Yeah, the setup is very specific, and if you screw up the setup, it's very likely you're not going to be able to keep wheel. It's very, very tight.
Okay, really glad I got hit there and not like 2 pixels forward. Oops.
Yeah, this...
That was like a frame too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, this TikTok fight with wheel is probably the hardest part of the keep wheel through here strat.
You don't have any invulnerability when you're turning with wheel, so you just need to do the spacing like absolutely perfect in order to and that little gap between TikTok and the wall in order to not get hit there.
Yeah, it's really difficult because you have to cancel it and turn them around, and yeah, it's very precise spacing and timing.
Something else I want to talk about is goal games in this game. Goal games are those little mini games you play at the end of every level, and they're also really hard to do perfectly.
Yeah, so we want to get as low as possible on them, but we don't want to fail the minigame. We just want to, get as close to failing as possible without actually failing. It's a really precise timing. Most runners do it because both the A and the B button work as inputs for it. Most runners slide their fingers across really quickly to cover 2 different frames. And we're hoping to land on the 7 cloud. And not only that, but we're hoping to jump as low as possible because there's different heights that you can get as well. So that one right there was the lowest possible height, which just means it was a perfect goal game. And because you do one at the end of every single stage, minus the bosses, getting good at goal games is really important because that time loss can really add up if you are not consistently getting them.
Ooh, nice luck.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We have high
Yeah, Paint Roller can go to any of the other corners, and going to that top right corner is the fastest. That was a very good fight, by the way.
Nice.
And also, we're using high jump now. This is my favorite ability in the game. It's the best vertical movement in the game, and it also does a lot of damage and just kind of shreds bosses. So it's really, really fun. It's also kind of difficult, though, because you have to basically stand inside the boss to be able to hit them. So it's really easy to accidentally get hit if you mess up your spacing just a tiny bit. Because if you can still hit them from a little bit further away, but Kirby does a lot less damage. So if you want the full damage, you have to be basically inside of them. So it takes a lot of practice to get it right.
World 3 as a whole is the most vertically oriented type of level, so wheel really struggles, whereas high jump kind of fits perfectly for most of these level designs.
Yeah, we use high jump exclusively in this world now. Keep it from the beginning to the end. There used to be a couple of spaces where we dropped it off and switched for something else, but eventually those all got routed out and it just turned entirely into a high jump world.
So this is one of my, I think, a top 5 least favorite level in the game in terms of, mostly because of this guy right here. This is Bugsy. He's very mean. Oh, please give me the pattern. Okay.
He looks mean.
Nice.
Okay, that was insane.
Oh, very good.
Looks like
That was
Heracross's meaner cousin. Well done.
You
Yes.
can semi-manipulate his pattern by jumping up into the air, but it's not perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
He can still screw you over whenever he decides to do so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these games are sentient. They know.
Absolutely. Yeah, that Bugsy fight at the end of 3-2 makes that single-handedly makes that stage one of the hardest ones in the game. And that was pretty much perfect, so fantastic job.
We've kind of like alluded to it, but there is quite a bit of RNG in this game on like a moment-to-moment basis. Like a lot of the enemy patterns can be ever so slightly random, but most notably the bosses, including the mini bosses. So there will be some stages, especially 7-2 towards the end of the game, which is just a mini boss rush, where RNG and kind of getting the more optimal patterns makes your life significantly easier, and the time differential can be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the second arena, which most of the arenas we do powerless and kind of spit them at each other, but this one we actually want to keep high jump through it. It's such a good ability that
Oh, that was very
it can
good.
just kind
Nice
of destroy
backup.
all of them.
That was
Yeah,
clean.
Thank you.
yeah, that was a really good backup. It's really hard to do those arenas if you don't get the strategy perfectly. And Reiner accidentally missed the first enemy there and then backed it up perfectly. So very impressive.
I did want to make one comment about the RNG too. Keeping in mind that it is very moment to moment. The RNG moves based on how many particles are generated, or at least that's one of the components. And every time Kirby is moving, he's bonking against stuff, he's generating like dust particles. All of that is changing RNG patterns. So the RNG is constantly moving. It's one of the reasons why this game is so difficult to manip.
We get a little rainbow on this one.
Level 5 for the fans.
Yeah, for the
is one-
fans.
It's
Rainbow
probably
for the
my
fans.
It's probably my favorite stage in this world. It's mostly just a lot of fun movement, whereas a lot of the other levels have harder
Okay,
movement.
good. The frog was nice.
Yeah.
I love this stage except for that one frog.
You can flowchart that frog out, but like we were saying with the RNG, there's just a lot of RNG with that frog as well.
Yeah, he loves getting in the way and jumping unpredictably. There's a lot of specific enemies types in this game that are really annoying, and the Sir Slippies are what those frogs are called. They're very annoying.
All right. Speaking of fun RNG moment,
Yes, it's time.
Heads or
It's
tails?
time to guess.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
sun or
Heads.
moon? Sean,
Okay, okay. We're going
Tails?
sun. I flipped to tail.
Oh,
Oh, wow, and it was correct.
yeah.
I almost forgot to flip the coin, so I was going to flip a
Damn.
coin to.
Rare Sun Gang W. So yeah, that mid boss, Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, it's random which one of them is vulnerable first. And there's a big meme in the community over which one you guess is gonna be first. I am firmly in the Moon crew, but the Sun Gang wins today.
Yeah. Moon Crew
I
for life.
normally don't guess, but I figured for the marathon or the
You have to do it for the fans.
of course.
I didn't know this
People
game
who
was
don't guess
Deltarune.
hate fun.
True.
All right, we're gonna go for another wheel mix here.
It's one off.
One off. Unfortunately, that's not one you can retry. It doesn't lose too much time to miss it though, so not that big of a deal.
Coming up is another one of my least favorite levels, specifically for the very end, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, this level isn't too bad until the very end. There's a mini boss fight against two Poppy Bros seniors that we're going to grab Spark for and do it. And what Reiner is going to do is he's going to kill them in a very specific way. They have several different patterns that they can do, so you have to react to the pattern that they're getting and kill them in a way that they'll die kind of at the same time on top of each other so that they can be mixed together for wheel.
Probably the hardest mix up in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is.
I don't go for this. Okay, that's rough.
Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Nice.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Wow.
So,
I can't believe you got that.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
Showing off.
So I messed up really bad there because usually I want to keep Spark and use it to make the mix a bit easier with what's called a JP mix, which is a JP exclusive mix mechanic. But I don't even get to show that off because I just got the actual hard mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was incredible.
Awesome. Chat is
Yeah,
popping
so
off,
that's
too.
one of the very, very few version differences in this game is on the Japanese version, if you drop your ability and inhale it along with 2 other enemies for the mix roulette, it starts the roulette based on your inhaled power. So you can kind of manipulate where it starts from that. And that doesn't work in the US version. It will just give you your ability back instead of starting a mix at all. So yeah, what Reiner was planning on doing there was using the Spark ability to start the roulette a little bit earlier or a little bit later in the roulette and get the mix easier. But that was just like the full-on difficult US version mix that he hit, unprepared. So that was really impressive.
Very surprised I got that missing this.
Yeah. To put it into perspective how much easier the mix is, I think Crash is like 12 or 13 away from Wheel and Spark is 6. So you're effectively making it twice as easy.
And all that was for those 2 levels. Now we get Spark again. Spark is mostly used to just obliterate bosses, as you can probably tell.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Poor little elephant.
Poor Fan.
Yeah.
Fan deserves it.
That's okay. Yeah,
does
that's
deserve
okay. Fan will come back. You will find out.
Return of Fan.
Every runner of this game has fan trauma, and you will find out why later.
A fan never forgets.
So I soft reset right there because if you don't have an ability in this game and you're at low HP, soft resetting is just a convenient way to just get your HP back. And in the JP version, the resets are very fast and doesn't really lose that much time.
Yeah, of all the minor differences, it saves almost like a second on startup for JP versus like other copies, which makes those soft resets a lot easier to do without any time loss or minimal time loss.
That's really bad.
You got this.
Yeah, these arenas can get kind of messy if you screw them up. There's a lot of enemies that throw projectiles at you, and they will like also block your stars when they throw those out and do their different attacks and things. So it can be pretty difficult to back those up.
Yeah, those purple dudes throwing the forks are the most dangerous because those forks can force Kirby into hard knockback because he gets electrified. Or electrocuted.
Now this is the level I hate the frogs in the most. There's the...
Oh yeah. Hey, you got the air run.
Actually, the frogs were pretty nice that time, but they can be really mean there and just run into you if they want to. Sometimes they're sick.
Yeah, they got really fast, sporadic movements. It doesn't matter too much if you get hit. It's just like really annoying.
We have a question in chat as to why the Japanese version loads faster. Y'all know?
I don't know. For some reason, the title screen just doesn't take as long. Like you can skip it faster.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly.
One of those things.
It's the same way in Amazing Mirror too.
It's always
That
really
one's even more
interesting to
relevant.
learn about different version differences and just why they exist. What drove that decision?
Yeah.
I think
This
in
is
the
Krakow.
American version. No, let's
This is Krakow. Can you guys guess what ability they want you to have here?
Thankfully, high jump is very useful for this boss fight. I'm going for...
Yeah.
Okay, oh, okay, got it.
Well done.
Nice.
really good.
Yeah,
That was a good
Ryan,
Clean.
Yeah, Reiner went for the more difficult of the 2 strats that you can go for against Krakow. You can hit him 4 times with a combo attack, like a strong hit and a weak hit, or you can hit him with 6 strong hits. And the 6 strong hits is a little riskier, but it's also faster.
We like to call those crack singles.
Here's the stone
Here's our Stone cameo. Bye, Stone.
Yeah, cameo. The only time it's used in the run, so hope you guys liked it.
Shout out to all the Stone fans. That room was for you.
I do like Rocky. Rocky's probably one of my favorite buddies.
Yeah, he's a good one. Justice for Rocky.
We have one of the coolest abilities in the game and something used a lot in the late game coming up, which is going to be Ball.
Yes.
Yes.
We love Ball.
We do be ball in the Niddle community.
We Ball.
Yeah, so this is Ball. If you thought High Jump or Spark or any of the other abilities were good at shredding mini bosses, just wait till you see Ball.
Okay. I was gonna say this is
As long as we don't lose it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also show
Ball's
off what it
DPS.
does for movement.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, it's such a weird ability, the way it controls. But here is our mini boss, and 1,
Nope.
Oh,
and 2.
Oh,
yeah. The DPS from Ball is equivalent to a double star.
It's insane.
It's really
Wow.
insane. But yeah,
That is
it
wild.
all controls so
you have
weird.
you have intangibility for a lot of it too, to the extent that you can like just be bouncing and you won't get hit by anything. The frames at which you get hit are pretty small.
Yeah, so when you activate Ball, once you hold A, you'll just kind of start bouncing, and as long as you're not at the bottom or the top of your jump, you're invulnerable. So if you're stuck at like the peak of your jump or hitting the ground, those are really the only times that you can be hit in it. It's super like unwieldy and unintuitive to control, but once you get the hang of it, it is one of the most fun abilities in the series.
It's awesome, honestly.
Yeah, it's a really great ability.
They need to bring it back.
Close.
Yeah. That is historically one of the most common rooms to lose an ability, the spike room.
I'm gonna play it safe and reset.
Fortunately, it doesn't matter because you grab Burning at the beginning of 5-4.
Yeah.
But yeah, those spikes will just instantly delete your ability if you get hit by them.
Oh, you
Some
do the
difficult
Cobra
burning
burn
strings there.
or the first one.
Oh, that's what it's called. I think I just stole it from Miri.
Yeah, that's a Cobra classic.
Oh, here's my least favorite arena. Probably just because I'm kind of bad at it. Actually,
This one's my favorite one.
This one is it's okay.
I'm with
The World 6 one is definitely the worst though. It's time for Ball Swag. Remember everyone, Ball Swag is free.
Ball swag is free.
I mess it up very frequently, for the record.
But it's okay.
Yeah, there is a very real risk of dying if your timing is just slightly off.
Yeah.
But it's okay. As long as you say Ball Swag is free at the beginning of it, you'll never miss it.
It's like a power up.
Yeah.
it's a setup, you know?
It's part of the setup.
It's part of the
Exactly.
setup. There's a clip out there somewhere of someone saying ball swag is free and then dying. But
I think there's a clip of every runner doing that.
It's a glitch.
I think so.
It's fine.
It's a rite of passage.
Show off ball movement a bit more. Ball movement's
Yeah,
a
there was
lot
some
of
really
fun.
cool ball movement that we just kind of glossed over at the end of 5-4 and the beginning of 5-5. And that ball movement's really cool. It's also kind of difficult, so good job getting that.
Thank you.
Also, that's Fire Lion. Gives you
Yeah.
burning.
It does. Thanks, Fire Lion.
It's basically just a power up the way you decimated it.
Right, yeah, just like one tiny extra step to inhaling an enemy.
Exactly.
Oh, that was a gold. That's funny.
Nice.
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 I'll have to check that for BTT maybe.
This is another room where I'm not quite sure what ability they wanted you to have.
I'm really
Yeah,
bad at this part, so I take it a bit safe. Okay, there we go. Our goal is there was to not get hit and lose wheel, because you can potentially lose like 17 years off your life, and it is very, Very annoying.
Yeah, if you so those platforms that you jump up through, you can't go back through them, and so you can't respawn any of those wheels and try to grab them again. So if you get hit and lose wheel and you get like stuck at the end there, the only option is to soft reset the game and start the level over. So right here we're going to do an auto mix for hammer. That one's really easy. You just inhale them both at the same time and then hold down A, and it automatically gives you the ability.
Oh.
But we needed to fight. Yeah, we needed to fight Heavy Mole. If we tried to do it with Wheel actually breaks the floor here. So you just kind of fall to your death if you wheel in this room.
But it's really funny.
It is really funny.
It is really funny.
I am certain that they did it on purpose, putting that immediately after the wheel level. They wanted you to do that and fail.
Now that we got a hammer, we can use it to help clear out these frogs. Now that's pretty much all that we'll see of hammer. Just into another mix. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Oops, all wheels.
All
Yep,
wheel.
back to wheel.
It's almost like it's fast.
Almost, yeah. Yeah, in World 6, we used to get Tornado in 6.3 and use that, or Tornado in 6.2, excuse me, and then use that for most of the world. And then we started mixing for wheel in 6.3, and then eventually we moved that mix back to 6.1, and now we just use wheel the whole time.
Okay, my goal for World 6 is to not lose wheel, because I do not know how to back it up, so I'm going to be trying my darndest to not lose wheel from here on out, pretty much. Oh, as soon as I say that.
These Kabus are.
Oh,
annoying
that's an
too, the way they
unfortunate
work.
Kabu spawn.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Another particularly annoying enemy.
Oh yeah, especially in the later levels.
It's my only chance to use my emote.
It's so good.
Coming up is going to be another mid-boss, except this one we have to fight with wheel, unfortunately, and it is annoying sometimes, because he can be... What?
Ooh, he goes right into the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's in the
Yeah.
corner, that's pretty annoying.
Come here. Okay, this is what I was trying to do earlier, which is let him do the hammer attack onto the ground in the middle, but I didn't get into the middle in time.
That's actually a very rare pattern for him to do, is going into the middle and just kind of staying there, unfortunately.
Yeah, you kind of just have to hope that he doesn't back himself into the corner there. There's not really much you can do otherwise. But yeah, wheel is so fast from horizontal movement. Like that last room there, it was basically just press B. There's one time where you unwheel, but it just shoots you across the room. It's great.
This upcoming room is very scary, because there's a lot of places where it can just like go wrong and you can lose wheel and not get it back. If you lose wheel underwater, it's gone forever, and I almost got hit there.
Yeah, that was close.
We enter the nut shack.
Yes, this is the Nut Shack.
It's the nut shack.
Nut Shack.
Yeah.
I get that reference, and I wish I didn't. Don't worry about it, chat.
I'm gonna be going for a little frame perfect trick here, but no promises if I get it. I got it.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice.
Hybrid, this is your moment.
I know. I was calling it earlier. Height moments in aura.
Yeah, that's a frame perfect trick. That's a flywheel. I think
Yeah.
it's one of the only flywheels that we can really do in the run.
Yeah, there's a handful of them, but that one's pretty cool.
And
It's time for 6-6. This stage is rough.
Yeah, this stage is a
Mostly because of this room.
Yep.
Welcome to the UFO
all the
room.
UFOs. Yep, UFOs are completely random. Where they go and how they get there.
So we just have to hope
brawl
that they
us
don't
now.
hit us, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Come here.
Oh,
All's well.
there's a
All is
tornado at the
well
end of the
according
room.
to me.
All's-
Yeah, we did it.
Everything's fine. Everything
It's
is
fine.
Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
The goal is to just get out of here with an ability. Doesn't
Yes.
matter what it is. We need to use it for a double star here.
Yes. You just need
Yeah,
a double
and-
star.
And one
Doesn't
quirk
matter what
about-
the ability is, as long as we have it.
And one quirk about the UFOs is that once they spawn, that's the only time they spawn, unless you soft reset the game.
Yeah, if you're playing casually and you go to re-enter that level, that room will be just empty with no UFOs, unless you reset the game.
Last arena of this run.
And it's got ice physics, which makes it extra fun.
Very
to
fun.
control.
I'm weird. I'm weird. I like this one.
Yeah, you are weird.
Yeah, you're weird for that.
Very interesting.
It just feels so good to do it right.
Now we get to fight Meta Knight himself after he was hiding behind his
Behind his guys, yeah.
Yeah. He is very random, and he gave me an okay.
That was pretty good luck.
good.
Yeah, it's random how many times he like moves around and attacks, but most importantly, it's random how many times he blocks your attacks. And I think he only got like one block there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And 7-1 is another really hard stage. This is just kind of the hardest section of the game here, from 6-6 through 7-2. So we have the Star Block Maze, which also has ice physics. This room wouldn't be as bad, again, if it wasn't ice physics, but that's what they decided to do here.
Sword is very useful for clearing these. I kind of love it for that.
And now we're going to do a mix here. Another auto mix for our favorite ability.
And it's
Falls
very
back.
necessary. It's very
It's
necessary,
very necessary.
for 7-2.
Yeah, it is time for 7-2, the most infamous level in this game, the mini boss rush. And Reiner is actually not going to enter the tower normally from the bottom. He's going to go into the secret hard path on the top, because it actually has fewer enemies for some reason.
You're starting higher up on the tower. It would make sense it has less enemies.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that lower level is the normal path. Here's Fan.
Fan did
It's
return.
traumatized every single run.
Although, interestingly enough, that is not the most difficult Fan in the game. The most difficult Fan in the game is actually in 6-1, in a hidden room. In the
That's
water.
true. Yeah. Yeah, they put a secret fan in there that is just really difficult for some reason.
Okay.
One fun.
There's also
quirk,
an
too, is
unused red Fan palette.
the red fan.
Of lore.
All right, survive 7-2. That level
Yes.
can go horribly. Thankfully, it just
Yeah,
went okay.
Wasn't a perfect level, but we got through without losing ball, which is really the main thing, because once you lose ball, all bets are off. Things get bad.
Yeah.
I saw someone asking in chat what even is the door. At the very top of 7-2, you'll see what looks like kind of almost like an air vent. That's what Kirby's getting into.
He squishes himself through it.
Say, none of them really appear in any percent, but there is a load of hidden rooms all across this game. There really are secrets in like more than half this level, or half the levels in this game.
Yeah, and this is a remake of Kirby's Adventure. In the original, most of those secrets don't really have any visual indicators. You kind of just have to know that they're there. In this game, they actually gave them something to give you like a hint that there's something there.
Oh, okay, I lost an input there, but it's fine. We don't really want to keeping our ability through here is really hard because this is a very RNG heavy stage. All these enemies can move randomly, except for these ones.
Yeah, the first two rooms are random, and then the last two rooms of these little clock rooms are set.
Ooh. That was a really
yeah,
good grab for the Sparky there, because he kind of like teleported on top of you. That's
Oh yeah.
some bad luck, but good job.
Thank you.
Rolling with the punches very well.
There's actually a way to kind of skip the puzzle in this room if you mix for UFO, but setting up the mix takes long enough that it doesn't actually save any time, unfortunately.
So in 7.5, Reiner is going to kill as many of these crash bombers as possible, and you can probably see why. When they hit the ground, it's very laggy.
All right, back to wheel. This room is very difficult sometimes. If you mess it up, it can go horribly, but thankfully I survived. Oops. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
Oops.
That's
Yeah, you have to
fine.
be really, really fast with the movement through there, or else that flamer will hit you. As he zooms around the ground, he goes so fast.
One-tile gaps are the bane of existence for most niddle runners.
Yep. And now here's our throwback level. This is one of the funniest things about the game to me, because this level was originally in Kirby's Adventure, which was the second ever Kirby game. And this level is a throwback to the first Kirby game. So in case you were nostalgic for the game that you just played.
The best thing about Kirby, they were already nostalgic back in the NES era. The NES era.
Yeah, this is an NES game that they're given a nostalgia bait level for.
So these kabus can be really mean, but
Yeah, these are the worst kabus for
Okay.
sure.
our goal is there is not to lose a wheel. We did not lose a wheel.
Yep.
Okay, I almost missed that. It's
One
fine.
final mix for your troubles coming up here. It's not an auto mix. I believe it's the second one that appears.
Yep, this is a
Yes.
2 mix, and I'm really bad at 2 mixes, so let's see if we get it. Nope.
Whoops. That's all right. Fortunately, it's extremely easy to set it back up.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Aw. Sir Kibble, please.
yeah.
HP is a little scary going into King Dedede.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he gives good luck, we'll be okay, but he doesn't always like doing that. So,
Yeah. If
We shall see.
if something bad happens, Reiner can just go back into 7.4, and there's a ball that he can pick up there.
oops.
Probably dying. Playing it a bit safe. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that
There
was
we
that
go.
was
We survived.
Woo.
That's what matters.
All right.
All right, and now we're on to the final boss, which has two different phases. This first one, suddenly we're playing a side-scrolling shooter. This is Nightmare
it's not-
Orb.
Not a Kirby game without some sort of random side-scrolling shooting in the last like couple of minutes. That's
They love doing that. This isn't even the first one. This is the second one because they had Kabula in the first game.
I want to point out, Reiner, you are doing a really great job.
a really good orb.
Making sure that you
That
can
was
hit
just super
with all
good.
of those projectiles. That was really good.
Say no damage. The whole fight's scripted, and that was like the most perfect way you can go about doing that.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Fights.
Now this is the final boss of the game, the final phase. So time will be coming up on the final hit.
Yeah, there's 6 hits. And there's, in context of a speedrun, there's still things that can go wrong, mainly missing a hit. But as far as final bosses go, Nightmare is an absolute pushover.
Yeah. He has some kind of grab attack that he does, but I swear they must have forgotten to code a command grab for the guy or something, because it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
This is an
If
early
you...
hit.
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Here's
Saves a second or two there. All right, 2 more hits, and they both come up pretty quickly. Oh, got that first one super quickly, and time's coming up.
I forgot to swing. I forgot to swing again.
Oh, okay. We missed a hit. It's okay.
The the soul of them with the run. GG's.
GG.
Thank you.
Well done.
That was
Well, when we watched Kirby slide across the floor, yep.
Yeah. What was the final time?
Definitely. It is still coming up here for me in just a moment.
It was like
And there goes that
39:48.
animation. 39:48.7. That's correct.
Wow,
GG.
nice job. That's 1 second slower than my PB.
Wow.
So that was a really good run.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I was with a really bad 1-1 because of all the resets.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not for that 1-1, that would have been so much faster.
That was nice.
That was a really great run.
One.
Yay.
Everyone enjoyed.
It was a lot of fun, and I'm sure because everybody did have so much fun, I could see it in the chat. They're going to want to know where to find all of y'all and what your shoutouts are. So let's get going.
Yeah, everyone go follow Ryaner. He is super good at everything that he does.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Trip World, Kirby, there is no shortage of games that this is an elite Vulpix.
I wanna shout out my 3 commentators. Luca and Moxie both have 2 runs coming up for a GDQ Hotfix in 2 days, I think, and also for Fastest Furs. And I would really appreciate if people checked them out. And Hybrid has, I think, commentated every single marathon showcase I've done for the past 5 years. And I really appreciate that.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a really good time hanging out with everyone. We've all known each other for a long time now.
Long time at
and
this point.
and yeah, Quill and I are going to be racing 100% of this game for Do All the Things on this channel on Friday, and then for Fastest Furs, we're running it back on Saturday. So if you enjoyed this game and want to see more of it, there's a lot more coming up this week.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Chad has a ton to look forward to, obviously, with even more of this game and of all y'all. Come back on Friday for more of that on Do All the Things. That is our show that starts at 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern. It would be really cool to see y'all come back for that. But there's also more of our show tonight. This was not our final run. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is our final run of the night for Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show about runs that feature non-human player characters or protagonists. We have one more for y'all, and before we get into that, I do just want to do a quick shout out that we are back at TwitchCon for GDQX in San Diego from October 17th to 19th, benefiting World Central Kitchen. Check out the full schedule of GDQX 2025 at gdq.gg/schedule. So that's in 10 days, 9 days, 10 days. That is very, very soon to now. So go ahead and check out that schedule at gdq.gg/schedule. You are not going to want to miss a minute of it. And speaking of not wanting to miss a minute, you are not going to want to miss a minute of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Any Percent Normal by Bash Prime. Let's shoot into it.
What's going on, everybody? Caught me setting up my save file because I didn't do this earlier. I'm Bash Prime. This is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Any Percent. Indeed, we're playing as Samus Aran, part human, part Chozo. Not part Metroid yet in the timeline as of this entry in the series. This takes place in the trilogy, I guess now in Prime 4, in between Metroid 1 and 2. So that's before Fusion. This is 80%. We're going to beat the game as fast as possible, and I'm going to do my best to... I'm just going to do my best here. This runs kind of hard, so... but I'm aiming to
You got
do
this.
my
I am
patch
not
run,
worried.
so it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
A lot of cool people in the chat. I see you all, and you all are great. See some regulars in there. If I'm pretty much ready to go
chat.
here if everybody else is ready.
Absolutely. You want me to give a countdown, or have you got it?
I'll go ahead and count us down because there's a I basically have a system for it. It's very complex and complicated. It's not. I'm just I'm a control freak in this case. All right, so
All right, sounds good. You got it then.
oh my goodness, what are my notes? I thought I had my notes in here. This is problematic. There we go. So Samus lands on the rogue planet Aether in search of a Galactic Federation squad that pursues some space parts. They're fine, by the way. They're doing fine. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Best of luck. You got
Thank
this.
you. So we start out at the Splinter Hive here in the Temple Grounds. This is the tutorial area of the game. We start off with quite a few goodies, actually, kind of like with Prime 1. We have missiles. We have almost every Morph Ball upgrade in the game. We have Boost Ball, Spider Ball, and Morph Ball bombs. Technically, the game gives you, like, I think, supers for a frame. Oh, we have Space Jump Boots. What am I saying? That's another good item, too. And normally, at the end of this tutorial section, we run to Dark Samus. The Ing also attacks Samus and take away her items, which is not good. Gee, if only there was a way you could just jump out of bounds and not have to do all of that and then keep all of your starting items. Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't that be, if I can get a jump there, there we go. Wouldn't that just be nice where you can just go out of bounds at the very beginning and then just go back the way you came and then not have to go at the end of the Splinter Hive and lose those items? Wouldn't that be something?
I get the feeling you're trying to tell me that, yeah, this might be real.
I actually have to shut up because these are, I'm feeling these like 3-frame jumps. You can get a rhythm for them, but sometimes the game disagrees. So I need to walk into this little dock trigger to transition the room. Out of bounds is so complicated, but basically not every room is loaded because the GameCube has a whopping 16 megabytes of memory. So I have to manually load specific rooms that are ahead of me, as well as transition to them. The game keeps track of what the active room or what it thinks the active room is, and that is necessary for me to progress to adjacent rooms while it bounds. And so we have successfully skipped the item loss sequence. I am briefly going to go back inbounds in just a second to get an energy tank. I think actually in the world record, that E-tank gets skipped. Shouts to Mr. Miguel, who's gonna be running Dread Rando in like a couple days, I think.
Ooh, very fun.
It's funny, usually I'm the randomizer guy and Miguel's the speedrun guy, so the roles are reversed.
Well, if you want to find out what's coming up on Hotfix, which we were just talking about the upcoming Kirby run, you can go to gdq.gg/hotfix to see all the stuff we've got coming up soon.
Super important, by the way, everybody say E. 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 Unfortunately, not many opportunities to say E. I'm only getting 3 of them in the run.
Well, chat can get their E's ready for all 3.
I need to go back out of bounds again. There's this weird point here that's okay, that's fine. Skill show on my part. Speaking of creatures, we got splinters here. They kind of are the standard attacking enemy at the beginning of the game. But they do some funny stuff when you're out of bounds. They will launch themselves at incredibly high speeds and then clip themselves out of bounds, and it's pretty great, and it will probably happen in like a minute. So I'll try to point it out when it happens. But the reason I am going out of bounds again is that in the next room over on my left, the Dynamo Chamber, there is a Power Bomb expansion, and I want it. It is a yummy, yummy cheeseburger. I'm hungry. I want my protein. I want my cholesterol. And the game does not require you to have the main upgrade in order to, I'm doing this really bad, in order to lay power bombs. And so in the first couple minutes of the, oh, wow, that is bad. Let me try that again.
We can just look at this beautiful PNG in the background.
I know. It is a nice skybox. Please remaster this game, Retro Studios. So Morph Ball Collision, I believe, just barely sticks into the like ceiling enough to interact with the Power Bomb expansion model, and there might be a splinter that's going to launch itself. We will see. Okay, I do have a jump there. Okay, normally normally one of these splinters likes to just go yum, and then launch himself in the void. It looks like it's not happening, which is very unfortunate. I'm very sad about that. Now normally we go to, or in the like a casual playthrough. That's not good. Let me try that again. Normally a casual playthrough, you go to Great Temple. We visit our boy Umos. He is part of the Luminoth race, and he tells you of their plight and gives you the Violet Translator. Not gonna get Violet Translator yet. That is bad. Wow. Got my jump back there. Okay, that's what I wanted to do, was get that room transition, and then be able to jump here, and then get the next room loaded. Yeah, we're gonna delay Violet. We're not gonna come back. We're not gonna go to Great Temple just yet. But by going out of bounds, we can skip the Violet Translator gate that blocks the way to Aegon Wastes. So need to do this dash here. That's a little bit finicky, but I'm glad that worked out. And then I'm gonna basically have this like hallway room load around me. And that'll get me back in bounds, just like that.
Nice. Very good.
So we have a lot of upgrades. Normally, when you enter Aegon Waste, you're expected to get Morph Ball Bombs and then Space Jump Boots. Gonna get this missile expansion for just right there, so it's convenient enough. Gets me to 10, which is gonna be helpful for the game's item drop system. We already have Morph Ball Bombs and Space Jump Boots, so next up on the list is actually gonna be Dark Beam. We're gonna go straight to Dark Beam. There is... we could go through the front entrance into the Pirate Labs and go all the way around, but that's a bit too slow. So we're gonna go, spoiler alert, we're gonna go out of bounds again, but not before getting a second energy tank, folks.
Ooh, get your E's ready, chat.
Exactly. Get the most common used letter of the English alphabet at your ready. That was bad. I'm trying to E-dash there. A lot of movement tech I need to make time for it as well. So should not have boosted there, but that's fine. All right, get ready, chat. The regulars get the soundboard treatment too. Well, I guess technically everybody does, because that's how
We're all
Twitch
hearing
works.
it. That's true. Yeah.
All right, so not going to fight these pirates. Usually the doors lock, but not all of them lock. I have missiles already, so we're out of here. Yeah, so Dark Beam. There's a back entrance to the Pirate Labs. However, it is blocked by a light beam door. So I'm gonna go out of bounds yet again. A lot of people talk about Prime out of bounds, like, oh man, like or Metroid Prime speedrunning. It's like, oh, you don't go out of bounds all the time. And it's like, people say it in reference to Prime 1, and that's, I guess, a bit more true nowadays. But Prime 2 is like if you're gonna talk about Prime 2's out of bounds and me failing this horribly. Let me try to recover this actually. Prime 2 is like the thing. Am I soft locked? Oh, okay, no, I'm not. I can save this. It's just gonna be a little bit not great. I was trying to land on a strip of collision and I failed it, so.
That's all right. We love the saves. That's what marathon runs are for.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I just have to, I have to do these Aether jumps. Every room is inside a bounding box. Think of like the transform tool in like MS Paint or Photoshop. You know how like the square will like surround the circle, and there's like, it'll even include the space like in between like the edges of the circle and the square. Think of that, but in like 3D. Anytime inside the bounding blocks, you're subject to normal gameplay physics. So you can jump, but you also fall down. If you're outside the bounding box, in which case I'm above it currently, I'm going to drop down here just for safety. You can't jump, but you cannot fall down either. I am way too far this direction. Let me fix this again. Sorry, I have to improvise here a little bit.
No, you're good. I liked your explanation of that. That was cool.
Where can I get a standable? Hello? Sorry, this is just not going according to plan here.
That's all right. I don't think
go.
you're quite supposed to be here, so it's not too
that's
surprising.
Fine. Yep, so we're gonna go through Sand Canyon. I'm actually gonna have I'm gonna take advantage of a terminal fall here, which is kind of like a void out and Ocarina of Time. Normally that would have me spawn the other side of the room, but we have to take the cannon. That's fine. Kinetic orb cannons are great. So normally it would just respawn me like right here, all the way at the other side of the room, and then you just, well, I don't slide off like that, but there's a point where you go out of bounds again. There we go. This one's technically more precise, but it's fine. Makes up for the fact that I didn't get the cool strat in Aegon Temple. So, and now we're just making our way to Darkbeam. Darkbeam is basically in this next room coming up, as well as Dark Samus. She's in for a rude awakening. I'm gonna do like a somewhat safer strat. Okay, well I messed that up. That's fine. Normally you like walk out of bounds directly into the cutscene that triggers the boss fight with Dark Samus. However, doing it that way risks crashing the game. So I am going to set up. Okay, I'm too far over here. So let me break that. I basically need to get this door right here to lock. And what that does is it will unload all the adjacent rooms. There's like the room load scripting that normally happens during gameplay gets turned off there, so that the game doesn't crash during this fight. So yeah, this is Dark Samus, the first. Dark Samus the first. She's a pretty interesting boss, and we have power bombs, and she will probably be dead. She's dead.
Well, there you go.
She thinks she's the Eldritch Horror in this video game, and it turns out just regular Samus is enough.
A creature enough for this.
Exactly,
for sure.
exactly. That's Darkbeam in like, I don't know how many minutes. Definitely not super behind PB.
That's all right. Again, that's what marathon runs are for. You see the whole breadth of the game.
So for those of you who have never played this game before, but know about the Legend of Zelda games, this is basically the Metroid take on A Link to the Past. So there's a light world, there's a dark world, and as such, the game actually gives you 2 of the 3 beam weapons very early on because of the traversal between the dark and light dimensions. So I'm actually on my way to get light beam right now. Not really much in the way of like crazy out of bounds or crazy like speed strats, just optimized movement to get the light beam. There's one little cool thing here where I'm going to try to reposition off of a wall to clear the wall and keep having to do a whole bunch of platforming. Okay, I saved it. Nice. I'm going to remind myself to lay a power bomb. I'll need to come back to this room coming up much later in the run for one of the end game like keys that locks the way to the final boss. Fun fact, these blade pods, you can jump on them. Probably one of my favorite instances of like standable stuff in Prime 2. I don't just take this save station for safety because it does refill all your health, but we run the Prime games for in-game time, or at least we run Prime 1 and 2 on GameCube for in-game time. The in-game timer pauses during cutscenes, and while I was in that save station, this room that I'm in right now was actually still loading. So I was able to get room to load while the in-game timer was paused, so it's a little time save there. All right, that what I just did right there is called an extended dash. If you like sort of scuff like a strafe jump into the ground and then hold down the right trigger and then jump with precise timing, you can actually maintain the speed you would have from the strafe dash, because normally the game captures speed, and you're able to dash sideways with just a lot of speed kept. It circumvents sort of the additional like code that was put in to not let Samus just freely scan dash like she can in Prime 1. That was discovered back in like 2020, so it's a relatively recent find with this 20-year-old game, and it's very powerful. There's gonna be one instance of extended dashing that's really, really important for any percent. Satan, do you have? Sorry, there's just something beautiful about saying that without context. Is there anything you want to plug while I?
Everyone loves it.
Get a drink of water real quick.
Oh, absolutely. So we talked about GDQX coming up, which is amazing, and y'all should check that schedule out at gdq.gg/schedule. But there's also another event coming up pretty soon. We've got Games Done Queer coming up October 31st to November 2nd, highlighting queer and LGBTQIA plus runners, benefiting the Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund. I know, it's awesome. And guess what's open for that? prize submissions. So if you are an artist in chat, you make something cool, you want to contribute it to us, they are open until October 25th. And if you'd like to donate a prize, visit gamesdonequick.com/prize guide for more information. Absolutely. Submit
Thanks,
your
Aiden.
prizes. We want to see that. You're very welcome.
My buy flag's not fully visible, but I figured it get that
Awesome.
GD Queer plug in
Action
there.
in
So
there.
thank you for doing that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, my pan flag is in the living room still.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Can't come in here, but feel that.
I guess like functionally
super
I'm
excited.
pansexual, but it's like I like the buy flag better personally.
I get it. No, I totally get it. They're both beautiful. They're just completely different. I've thought about using both at many different times.
So a big sequence break. We're done with Aegon Waste. Needed to get Dark and Light Beam. We're going to Sanctuary Fortress now because I have that power bomb. One of the great things about Prime 2, especially compared to Prime 1, is that its world is almost basically fully interconnected. So all the major regions just connect with each other directly. So Aegon has a connection to Torvus and Sanctuary, and then those two other regions connect to Aegon and the other region as well. And we take advantage of that pretty much fully in this run. Actually, I think we use all the interconnectivity of the three main regions. I already have Spireball, so getting through here is just a breeze. And those of you wondering why we're in Sank, I want Screw Attack. It's the best item in the game. It is insanely broken. And you'll see in a few minutes, because we get it, and then we just go straight for a trick later called Quad Skip. There's a puzzle coming up that I'm going to skip in the mini gyro chamber, but I need to go out of bounds here, and I'm usually not super fast at this. Okay, never mind. I basically want to get out of bounds before the quads walk over and box me in. Like, worst case, you can just reload the room, but it just loses a bit of time, so... Okay, now hopefully I don't soft lock like I did during the PAX run. Basically want to be over here. That should be good.
Get some bless emotes in chat, maybe.
Hey.
Very nice.
So basically, the room will load when I'm on the other side of this like spinner gate, and then I use boost ball to do it. A big sequence break coming up right here. We're gonna skip Echo Visor by doing a boost jump. So I'm gonna intentionally roll forward while morphing to set up a camera thing, nudge the control stick slightly to the right, boost, and then do an instant unmorph jump. And what that's gonna do is let Samus face forwards while moving to the right really fast. And that's called a boost jump. It's basically a situational replacement for extended jumps, including this upcoming room, which is probably the most well-known room in Prime 2 speedrunning, called Grand Abyss, which I may or may not have made a video about. But first I need to open up a portal because I need to have access to this portal later. I was autopiloting, so I didn't do the cool strat where you get to jump on the Resbit shield. Resbits are like really terrifying enemies actually, which is kind of fitting because also nice instant morph there. Kind of fitting considering this is like the late game, like the last major area of the game. Okay, so Grand Abyss, the large pit, gonna set up another boost jump, same tech there, nudge the boost ball, get Samus's facing, it'll move facing forward still while moving to the right. Actually land on the platform, that's cool. That has happened before, but it's pretty rare. Normally it's not super precise. You just want to be able to jump near that platform because then that'll set the where the game will respawn you if you get a terminal fall by falling into the bottomless pit. So you don't actually have to make it to the platform, but it's really cool. And I'm an epic gamer for doing that. I don't have any missiles, which is kind of a problem. There's a Resbit I definitely want to kill. I'm playing it safe here. Something I'm not doing is getting the third E-Tank before doing all this for Screw Attack. It's faster to get the E-Tank, but I want to save the E-Tank for once I get to the Dark World. This Resbit's really scary. Those single shots do like 20 damage per shot. It's a lot. They're like basically the strongest enemies in the game.
Very threatening.
I'm gonna do a terminal fall abuse here. It's gonna put me in the center of the room after the reposition, just like that. And a lot of stuff I kind of didn't explain. All of this skips grapple beam. Getting grapple is very slow. You have to go to Torvus. to grab that. And that's screw attack, and you got a timer on you, Satan? Like 20-something minutes?
Yeah, we're about 19 minutes in.
That's fine by me. It's faster than PAX, so I'm good with that.
Let's go.
All right,
Going
coming
fast.
up
That's all that
is-
matters.
Yeah, so all this skips grapple beam. Grapple beam is, again, just way too out of the way. Like, getting this without grapple saves, like, at least 5 minutes, I think. It's a major time save. I'm going to detour real quick over to this room I just passed through earlier to get an E-Tank. The last E-Tank of the run. Get those letters ready, chat.
Screw
There
attack
we
looks so
go.
fun to watch. And we got E.
Get a bonus little bit of voice crack there, too. It's great. Oh, this, I don't like where this pirate is. It's fine. So this is like the big hell run in the game. The Dark World actually damages Samus. You were noticing she takes damage from the Dark World's atmosphere. She takes 6 damage per second. I have 399 health, so I have about a minute worth of health to burn through in the Dark World. And I need to get to past Quadraxis to the energy controller so I can steal it from the Ing. And we're going to do it by first screw attacking to this force field. It's called quad skip. I'm going to E-dash off of this force field. A little questionable. This should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Angle looks good. Okay, that's fine. I'll take this. You have to get this precise angle or you soft lock. Or maybe I'm just too high and I soft lock anyway. Well, that's unfortunate. Wait, hold on. The camera just moved. Okay, never mind. I was too high up. Unfortunate. That trick is a run killer. It you either soft lock or you just lose too much health and die. So that is.
Well, that's why we've got the prep.
Yeah, this is the most
backup
marathon
saves.
unsafe part of the run for sure. And thankfully, I have a. It is a hacked save file, but it's for marathon safety. It's basically just going to put me back in this room. Otherwise, I'd have to like take a save station that's like a few rooms away, and this will just save me time. I don't think I've actually soft locked like that before. I was too high up. I was trying to cancel the screw attack so I would lose height specifically to get to land on the spot part of the like back face of this wall. There's like this narrow strip of wall I'm trying to aim for. If I'm not like at that right angle, then either Samus will just miss the wall and get a terminal fall and you have to do it again, or she soft locks. That's a good E-dash. Wow. Yeah, just like that. In between like this red thing and the little seam of the wall next to the light crystal. So that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. Well
Yeah.
done. Second time's the charm.
And then with this out of bounds, all this movement, by the way, like all the out of bounds movement is generally choreographed. There's only specific parts of the floor, or I guess the ceiling in this case, that Samus is considered able to jump off of. That's not good. Let me fix this. Okay, that was clutch. I'll take that. So all the out of bounds you're seeing is just straight up like choreographed. It's very easy to lose time while out of bounds. Also, everybody say hi, Quadraxis.
Hi, Quadraxis.
I need to get back inbounds. There we go. Now that is the hard part. This can still fail. This is like the first half of it. In-game time strat's gonna let this cutscene play out until a very specific point. That's gonna cause the next room to load while the in-game timer is still paused, and it'll heal me for some health.
Good
Now,
bonus.
luckily, stealing the planetary energy from this controller fully heals Samus. So now I have full health to go back to the portal that I came from. Screw attack's broken. Lets you go out of bounds by jumping into like sloped walls like that, or more commonly morph ball tunnels, because Samus's collision is the size of the morph ball, at least on GameCube. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everybody say hi, Quadraxis. Hi, Quad.
Hi,
Oh,
Quadraxis.
lost some height there. What do I get for memeing?
I think you'll like that I also physically waved, even though the people cannot see me.
Bye, Quadraxis. All right, this is the last major part of the out of bounds. I need to get on the other side of this door before the room here actually finishes loading. It's gonna be a little close, but it should be fine. There we go. I'll take that. This went very well. I'll take second try. That was really good, actually. I'll take that. That is the scariest part of the run done.
Excellent.
So the reason we absolutely need to steal the planetary energy, basically the narrative is that Aether, since it doesn't have a sun, the stability of the planet and all the energy resources are governed by the planet's own internal like geothermal energy. That's just called the planetary energy. Like half a century ago, a meteor, which Prime 3 later clarifies was like a Leviathan, like a phazon meteor, impacted the planet, and with such force that it split into 2 dimensions and split the planetary energy between the 2 dimensions, which also created the race known as the Ing, who are extremely hostile and genocidal to the Luminoth and are on the winning side of a really bad war of attrition on the Luminoth's end. And then Samus arrives like just by sheer coincidence because of the Galactic Federation being involved with the space pirates. And then Umos is like, hey, save us, please. We're friends of the Chozo, like we're cool. So you go to the 3 major areas, and they're sort of like a microcosm of a Metroidvania in themselves, where they lead up to like a climactic boss fight, like with Quadraxis here, for instance. And then you take the planetary energy from the Ing and return it to the Luminoth, and you're basically just saving planet Aether like that. A very important cutscene about to happen here, by the way, since we're returning the planetary energy. We only need to return the Sanctuary one. The Sanctuary one is the only one that's checked for Light Suit, which is why we get Screw Attack and all that. I'm overlapping these cutscenes because I need to collect the Cobalt Translator, which this cutscene gives. Very important cutscene. Hear the words of O'Lear, last sentinel of the Fortress Temple. May they serve you well. Meme complete. Excellent. Very good. And we're going to go out of bounds again, because we're not done with Sanctuary quite yet.
Out of bounds in this run?
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, didn't think that would happen.
Yeah, it used to not be as crazy for like 100%, but then early power bombs got found for 100%, which does not skip item loss because there's a missile expansion that only spawns when you lose your items, and we don't know of a way to like get it to spawn without losing your items. So the reason I am going out of bounds here again is that I need to go to this room behind this gate, right into this little exploit where I can scan the gate from afar. Oh yeah, great skybox, by the way. Great music. Shouts to Sanctuary Fortress. We'll be going to Torva's Bog soon, which also has fantastic music, so keep that in mind.
I think if you appreciate skyboxes, this is the perfect run for you.
yeah, straight up. All right, so I need to activate this kinetic orb cannon. And what I need to basically do is launch myself out of that cannon while the game thinks I am not in this room, which is called Worker's Path. There is some shenanigans we can do by firing ourselves out of this cannon. I don't like where I am right now, actually. This is not good. I might have screwed this up, actually. Oh, hold on. Okay, never mind. I saved it. I don't like camera, though.
Save.
Gonna do this one more time. Yeah, so right now the game thinks I'm in Worker's Path, which is this room that I'm facing right now. I need to do that in order to be able to activate that kinetic orb cannon with the scan post. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, come on now. Should be fine. There we go. Yeah. That's good. Now I need to transition this room back to the minimap to Sanctuary Temple, which it just did on the minimap there. That's going to let me ceiling warp back in bounds, and then I'm going to launch myself out of the cannon. So when you get launched out of a cannon like this, normally it gives you a state temporarily called Cannonball, which is why if you've ever seen it in game, it'll destroy like war wasps and stuff like that. It gives it and then takes it away just in the course of the cannon firing sequence. However, if you shoot yourself while the game is considered in the wrong room, I hit a load trigger which unloads the room and then lets me unmorph before the game takes away Cannonball. And I don't know where oh, there we go. Lost track of where I was for a second. So now I more or less permanently have Cannonball. You can lose it. It's like permanent-ish but volatile. If I go into a cannon again, I will lose it. And if the game like resets, like if I die or I reload my save, then it goes away. Cannonball is really broken. If you don't have boost ball, you can boost with it, and actually that lets us do the Spider Guardian fight in 100% without technically having the boost ball upgrade. We're completely invulnerable to almost all forms of damage while morphed. And then while we're in Morph Ball, we now have like a permanent hitbox attached to us that will deal 500,000 damage per frame to any enemies that are vulnerable to Cannonball type damage. Most bosses in the game only have a few thousand health. So effectively, it just insta-kills enemies that are weak to it. So like Octopedes here will just, the Cannonball like hitbox is enough to like dislodge these guys. I actually do want a power bomb refill there. That's something I didn't actually talk about. The ammo refill system in Prime 2 is really good. Basically, if you are out of a specific type of ammunition, you have, I think it's like an 80% chance of the game giving you the exact ammunition you need. And so that becomes very, very important, and especially in the first half of this run for ammo management, because there was a power bomb drop I needed to get when I first entered Sanctuary that is almost guaranteed, but not quite. You lose a decent bit of time if you, I guess if RTA, if you load it. I need to get on the other side of the statue because we're entering this room backwards, and I get that first try. Let's go. There's so much going on in this run.
It truly is.
I can't explain everything at once. And there's another trick coming up.
You're doing a great job.
I thank you. I'm trying my best. There's a frame perfect trick here called Air Underwater. Normally you can't screw attack underwater, and this trick lets you do that. However, I need to do this trick twice because there are 2 water boxes I need to do this for. So that's the first one. The next room coming up also has a water box that when I'm inside it, see like the screen kind of fogs up. So I'm gonna do that again. This is frame perfect. Hell yeah. I've been getting very like consistent at this today, so.
That's awesome. Frame perfect tricks are always hard.
Yeah. And then
I know you hear it a lot, Chad, but they are.
So the reason that's important is that it lets me screw attack underwater and go directly to these scan points and unlock the path to gravity boost, but more importantly, the Powerbomb Guardian very early. It skips having to go all the way around this area. As cool as Lower Torvus is, and Torvus Bog's music again, just it's fantastic. We got the first like Red Brinstar remix in the series here. If you're wondering why like Red Brinstar keeps being remixed, this game started it. Nice little frame perfect morph I got during the cutscene as well, so I'll take that. But I want to get another powerbomb refill. There's these enemies called Hidlings, which are actually a very good source of ammunition. And then Cannonball just insta-kills them, so I get to just move like that. Kill some Hidlings, get a powerbomb refill. And that's gravity boost. We don't necessarily need gravity boost. It's just, it's optimal for just getting out of Lower Torvus for me. So we get it. Or not even just for me, just for runners. And again, in-game time, so like I'm not really losing time during the cutscenes and the dialogues and all that. Gonna go for a cool strat. It's frame perfect. I did not get it. That's fine. This is Alpha Blog. He's angry. Kind of an annoying boss for some. Wait, I need to be over here. What am I doing? So I'm gonna do an instant unmorph jump. In this case, it's called a bomb space jump. Lets me input a jump as if I'm grounded, but when I'm already in the air. And we're just gonna skip the boss. Fun fact, you come back, he apologizes and puts that little central pillar back in its place and repairs it. Very polite vlog.
Even though we skip his fight. Just like, bye-bye.
The strat I was going for, it gives you air underwater, and then you screw attack him, and he dies. So it's ideal for 100%. So this key right here is a major reason why routing into Lower Torvis is really important for basically any run that involves getting to the credits, like beating the game. We need Dark Visor, and it's more optimal to get that lower key for Chica before the ones in Upper Torvis. Now you might be thinking, hey, Bash, you already have a power bomb. Why do you need more? And the answer is there is a Sky Temple key. It's one of those like Chozo artifact like end game keys that unlocks the final area and the final boss. One of those doesn't even spawn until you get the main power bomb upgrade. They did this in Prime 1 and it's very strange, but unfortunately gotta do this, so. But we'll get more power bombs out of it, so it'll be fine. And then because I have Cannonball, I'm not taking Dark World damage. This and no damage from like the boss or anything like that either. Like the inglets, normally they can be a bit concerning if they hit you with their projectiles and knock you off the spider track, but we're schmoovin'.
Glad to hear it.
If you want to talk about something for like 20 seconds, you're good.
Oh, absolutely.
Drink.
No worries. So I just wanted to let y'all know that if you'd like to get more involved with GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. Use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite and more information. So not only do you get to be with a whole group of people who like GDQ, but us Hotfix people, we're actually in there. And we'll be able to see your messages. You can chat with us. It's a really cool space. !Discord in chat.
I tried to get a frame perfect morph out of the portal and I didn't. Otherwise, I would have been goated.
I think you're still goated. Just maybe less frame perfectly goated.
So normally doing this Lower Torvis trip, you couldn't do this right away because of this barrier coming up. For those of you that have played Prime 2, you know of the laser grid that blocks the elevator and the super missile upgrade in the Torvis Temple. Well, it turns out that that grid is actually two barriers that extends really far downwards, past the door to Lower Torvis. I'm going to need to do this trick called load delay, which is where I'm pausing this game over and over. If I don't load delay here, the Torvis Temple room up ahead is going to load, and I have no other way of getting past the first of the two barriers. So this is really important that I do this. I'd be like, hey, count with me, 1, 2, but I lost count. I think normally like Miguel counts like a specific amount. I personally count until I get to a specific spot in the elevator, and then that usually is enough. But yeah, this was, I forget when this was found. I don't know if it actually might have been considered illegal in the community, and then it was voted on and it was considered allowed. Optimally, this trick is also used to skip the vault sequence of getting screw attack. There's like a faster method of getting screw attack that I personally don't do. It's I could learn it, but I'm lazy. This should be fine. If I get straight to the door, I'm good. Okay, we're good. That's past the first barrier. So the barrier behind me, I'm past, but there's this barrier right here. I'm doing this trick called a screw attack unmorph, where if I screw attack out of like an instant morph animation and then cancel it like that, it gives Samus a whole bunch of upward momentum, and the laser grid is slanted, so she gets to clip right through. That is, I think, the most recent route change for any %, and it was in, I believe, 2021. And of course, we need to go back out of bounds because I want to trigger the space pirate fight that's above me. Oh, did I actually make it? Hold on. Oh, not quite. I'm like trying to get in this lip here so I can shoot the space pirate ship. So I trigger the fight by shooting the door. He's okay. That's fine. Oh, okay, that's fine. Then this pirate's gonna come right up to me and die. And oh, okay, there we go. That could have gone worse. So after that first wave, the second wave spawns in, and then Samus gets repositioned inbounds. So I want to be on this part of the temple right here. Dark Beam is insanely powerful. It does twice as much damage to light-based enemies. And because of the damage it already does, it effectively makes Dark Beam do missile damage, but with a higher DPS because of its fire rate. And now you're thinking, Bash, what are you doing? Like, super missiles are right there. And they're very tempting, I know. We'll be getting them later. Oh, I thought the door opened. Oh, well. We're going back to Temple Grounds. I say we because this is a team effort, and I like using the royal we for some reason. I don't know, it's just I'm quirky like that, okay? I'm just saying. I don't know if Miguel is in here gonna bully me about that, but
well, I think chat is participating every step of the way. That's what I like to think.
Speedrunning is a collaborative effort, all right? Like,
exactly, it really is.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's true, we all get the times down together. But it's better to have Satan agree with you, I feel, than to not have Satan agree with you.
Chat, you're doing your part. Viewers, you're doing your part. If you're watching this not live, that's fine too. Thanks for watching.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, by the way, thank you, by the way. But also, if you want to catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons, you can go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. We upload literally every show we do, and of course, every run from our marathons. So yeah,
boost jump
go
here.
check it out.
Oh, failed that boost jump. There's an amber translator gate that I need to get past, which is why I delay super missiles. It's actually faster to we're gonna come back through the fast travel after getting light suit. Okay, I got that. That's good. This terminal fall trigger is really close to the cliff, so it's very easy to fail this. But worst part's basically done. So even if I got super missiles, I would have to go out of bounds to skip the amber gate, which is behind me currently. It's right over there. And then I need to boost right now, and then that avoids a weird crash that can happen if you're not fast enough. But I mean, I just have to boost to the right angle, and it's good. So technically the crash risk is there, but it's not really there. 80% optimally skip secret missiles. I don't skip them. There's one set of secret doors that or I guess really three of them that I have not practiced secretless for, and one of them is really hard, or at least it was. I've heard it's a lot better nowadays, but oh yeah, straight up LSR. The boost jump to get out of bounds in that room, that cliffside room, way better than Hive Dash, because you have to rely on a War Wasp to be in the right position, and then you scan dash to the right spot. This puzzle is 1132, so it's not randomized. Dunkathan, our Randovania developer for Prime 2 and other games, don't get any ideas, please. Let us have this little static puzzle.
Please let us enjoy our number.
So secret missiles, let us fire 5 missiles that sometimes actually hit their targets. And then screw attack again, just really great. Not going to go out of bounds, though. I just want to get back in this morph tunnel because I want to go back to the half-pipe room that I was in earlier. So this game is lying. First, I need to load the elevator. We're going to go to Great Temple now, finally. This is actually a violet translator gate. It's not an amber gate. But I don't have violet.
It looks like something from the X games for me, so.
Yeah. So I jump up to this tree branch, and then I'm going to screw attack. There's the ceiling in the elevator room is open, so we can just drop right in. Just like that.
Well, all right. Guess I didn't think you'd go up there.
Mm-hmm. I think that was found quite a while ago. This is normally a one-way. Like you're normally supposed to go through this hallway from the center of the temple. There's like a light beam crystal you have to shoot on the other side to because you're supposed to go. You're supposed to reach this elevator from the other side first, but gonna do this instead. That was pretty bad actually. Give me a second. Okay, I'm not that far down, but might be losing some time here. Oh no, never mind. I gotta jump. Normally I immediately get the door transition here, but I'm gonna have to do it back up, which is a little bit precise. Just need the game to agree with me.
Come on, game. I've got a tasty little treat for you.
Oh, that should work.
You let Bash do this. Gotta bribe the
There
game.
we go. Nice.
Yay!
Yeah, like the transition on the bottom of that door is like pretty slim, I think because of the geometry. And then get to walk into the boss cutscene for the Alpha Splinter. Not gonna fight him though. We'll just leave you. We leave them alone. They just you know, despite being on the verge of victory for the Ing, because like they're possessed by the Ing. They realize that they've intruded, and then they let themselves out. They realize they've overstayed their welcome.
Very polite.
Now we finally get to meet Umos. This cutscene gives us Violet Translator. Might see two Umoses. That's just you. That's just you seeing things. Chat. Don't worry. Walk backwards, and then now this gets us Light Suit. There are no two Umoses. There's no Tumos. It's fine. You saw nothing.
Yeah, I'm blind. I don't see anything.
I'm good to take a break now, if that's all right. I have talked so much. I need to rest my voice a little bit.
I'm sure chat wouldn't mind the opportunity to go ahead and drink some water, and also consider supporting the channel. You can support Games Done Quick with your subscriptions, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions help keep our shows running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider... Chat, we are back with more Metroid Prime 2 Echoes by Bash Prime. Let's get the game done.
Want to count me down?
Absolutely. Let's do some 3, 2, 1 gaming.
So for those of you that just tuned in, I got Light Suit in 40 minutes or 46 minutes. And now we get to do the much more chilled second half of the run. Got a bit more cleanup to do item-wise and then or upgrade-wise, and then it's getting all the Sky Temple keys to go get to Emperor-ing and kick his butt. First, though, I need to get the Amber Translator. There's a gate I will want to open later, and now is the best time for me to get it, since we have the fast travel system unlocked for all of the temples. Everybody count to 2 with me. 1. And 2.
Kindergarten, my favorite place.
Oh, yes. We're going to go to Torvis, and we're going to count to 3. 1 more. We're going to count 1 more than 2.
I'm learning so many new
Rock your
numbers.
socks off, chat.
Oh, truly. I didn't think that they could make 3. If Metroid Prime 2 was so good, why didn't they make Metroid Prime 3?
Then they made 4, then 5, and then they did 6, 7, and then the hand thing that I don't understand, but it's fine. I'm a boomer. All right. 1. Also, for some reason, it spawns you facing backwards, like in this temple. I don't know why. 2. And
So fun.
3.
3. Yippee.
And that gets us Emerald Translator, which I'm gonna use in like a minute. What are those super missiles I was talking about? I just, delayed and didn't want to get them. Well, we get them now. Once this room loads, that is. Just gonna drop on top of this really high ledge. It's very satisfying to do that, actually. I love it. Oh, walked forward for some reason. Need to walk backwards. Time loss. It's okay, it's RNG manip.
It'll all pay off.
Wait, dark ammo. Try to see if I can skip needing a Ammo station visit, probably gonna need to visit it because I don't have a lot of dark ammunition for the beam. I know a lot of people are a bit mixed on the beam ammunition mechanic. I think it's fine. It adds like tension to the combat, especially with like dark world damage and how hostile like the ing are and all that stuff. But also the beams are incredibly powerful. Light beam is really good against a lot of bosses, for instance, and dark beam is will just straight up quick kill just most light based enemies and some dark based enemies too. So the ammo system, I think more than like balances it out. And it's pretty reasonable to refill your ammunition. Although that is something I wish Retro Studios communicated that better with. They give you like one in-game text prompt and then they don't show it ever again. And I don't know if they tell you in like the logbook details for the beams. I fell down. That's not good. Need to get to this portal. Oopsie.
That's all right. We recover.
So yeah, all of the stuff I did in the first 45 minutes was basically to get light suit. You can technically skip light suit, but it's slower. There are some Sky Temple keys that require light suit to obtain. In addition, the other item that we are back in Torvus for is the Dark Visor. The Dark Visor is 3 million % required to beat the game. I will not be able to get the Sky Temple keys without them. I won't be able to even hurt the little flying Incash enemies that guard the keys without Dark Visor. So this is the last sort of thing I need to clean up for 90%. So got to collect the 3 Dark Temple keys to reach the Chica boss fight. So that's why I got the key next to the Powerbomb Guardian. And then the last key is just right next to Chica. So just making our way over to the temple. Oh, I thought that was high enough. I was wrong. Fantastic.
No, not the purple gas.
Yeah, those dark preeds are that gas is pretty toxic.
More ways than
With
one.
preeds
Huh?
like these, who needs enemies?
Exactly.
All right, that's the 3rd key out of 3. Gonna go kill ourselves a dragonfly, mosquito, wasp thing. We're here for creatures, right? Chica is a creature.
We sure are.
It's got 2
Fun
phases.
fact about dragonflies, while we're talking about that, they're the most successful predators in terms of
That is
success
true.
rate. Mm-hmm.
It's shocking.
When starting a hunt. Like, I think over 95%, which is, if you know the success rate of most predators in the world, very high.
Yeah, it's nuts. There's like this
Dragonflies
small,
are very scary.
wildcat that's a really successful predator too. Not like
That's
dragonfly
right. Yeah,
levels,
yeah.
but I think like Richard
But for a
Attenborough did
mammal.
a thing about them.
Exactly.
Chica
This is what we
has-
like on Creature Corner.
So
For
that's 2
animal facts.
phases. One of the few bosses I actually need to fully scan to get a lock-on point, kind of like in Prime 1 with the first boss of that game. It's gonna hop out of the water between 2 and 6 times. Anything but 4 is good. Actually, that's really good because that means that it's gonna actually jump out of the water, and that lets me do extra damage to it. Chica behavior, or at least Chica larva's behavior, is based on damage thresholds. So if it had hopped out of the water 5 or 6 times, I would just keep pelting it with light beam shots, and then it would not dive out of the water like that, where I could hit it with the super missile. And then I need to damage it enough to start the platform cycle, where it will try to eat me, I guess, or do mouth-based weaponry. And I hope I fully scanned it. I don't remember if I did. Okay, I did.
Mouth-based weaponry. That's kind of cursed.
Yeah, that lock-on on his belly is very important in that part of the fight, because it's not, that lock-on isn't there if you don't fully scan it. This starter fight's going very well, but it's gotta be especially in any percent, you got to be careful on ammunition because light beam and dark beam are ideal, but the heck? The audio came from my left headphone, but it was to my right. So good spatial audio, Retro Studios. Good larva fight. I probably should have gotten more ammunition for the adult fight. The adult fight is first. Let's get a look at this guy. Just like very quickly metamorphs into the dragonfly wasp dude. I morphed.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's
a couple
dead.
different things. Oh, wow.
Remember that cannonball I got back in Sanctuary? Yeah, it quick kills the Chica adult fight. And that's why we get it.
You don't even have to worry.
Yeah.
All that stuff we said about dragonflies, well, cannons are, in fact, stronger.
Mm-hmm. It's actually a sick fight to pull off if you're able to optimize it. That fight's very hard to optimize. The larva fight is pretty flowcharty. The adult fight is nuts because you're trying to hit it with dark beam shots. The dark beam is a very slow projectile. 100% used to showcase that fight, but now you just get cannonball for that as well. So, fun fact, you don't have to get the planetary energy here. We're just going to reload the temple and that'll let me out. It's actually slower if you do that because I need to exit Torvis, and you're locked into Torvis if you steal the energy from the Ing but don't return it to the Luminoth. Oh yeah, Chick is dead. Nice. Shoutouts to the Bash Prime regulars. You all know who you are. Based.
We've been getting so much excitement in chat.
Oh yeah, straight up. All right, now we are in basically the end game. There are 9 Sky Temple keys that need to be found, and there's hold on, I'm messing up. I was trying to do a little wall boost there, and I failed miserably. So Torvis has 2 keys, Aegon has 2 keys, Sanctuary has 2 keys, and then Temple Grounds has 3 keys, as it turned out. The first one's here. Literally cannot damage this guy unless I have Dark Beam equipped, so Dark Beam is just 100% necessary to beat the game. And then since this is in the Dark Water, Light Suit is also technically needed. I meant to morph here, but that's fine. Now I need to go back to Lower Torvis to get the key that's down there. I'm gonna do a bit of a detour into Light World. Normally this little chamber is a dead end. You come to this portal to get a missile expansion and get out. But luckily for us, there is a wall that has a hole in it, and it is like the easiest out of bounds in the game. Just slope jump through here, and we're out of bounds. It is as easy as it looks.
Wow. Try it at home? Question mark?
Yeah, something like that. A little party trick for your friends. It's all good.
Exactly.
That did work. And now I'm gonna just stand here while the Great Bridge room it's unloaded. Now it's loaded. As you can tell by Samus falling down. And just take advantage of the disk drive being slow enough that you can get into the void and then just have the room load around Samus.
Very smooth, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, something I didn't tell, by the way, also. Cannonball will open doors automatically if they previously had blast shields on them. So stuff like the super missile lock I just blew up. This door right here, which technically I didn't shoot the super missile, but the other side of this door was blue, and it just automatically just destroys the blast shield on the other side. It's kind of a weird, kind of niche speed run technology for Prime 2. Just gonna hop back into Lower Torvis real quick, get a little bit more of the Red Brinstar remix in our ears. In the Dark World version of this room this room coming up is where the key is. Normally you need to lower this gate. We're not going to do that. We're going to actually like hop in between the little bars here with a little screw attack action. Shouts to, I believe, Aaron Explosives for that setup. Or at least she taught the setup to me. Could be someone else. All right, any Prime 3 enjoyers in chat?
We've learned how to count to 3, so I think
True.
we can do that.
Yeah, these guys are basically the crawl tanks in Prime 3. They're just used to guard this key. They don't really do anything beyond, if you activate the light beacon, they'll move out of their spot. But I think there's like sort of the prototype model for the crawl tanks in Prime 3. I mean, they look basically identical. All right, we are done with Torvis. I'm gonna head back up the elevator and then go to Aegon. The cleanup route is interesting. For 100%, you go to Sanctuary because then you have to get Echo Visor and a couple other things. I think it just happens to work out that for 100%, it's faster to do Sank than Aegon Wastes. I do hope that Nintendo remasters 2 and 3. I'm kind of desperate. Haven't gotten any, NSO announcements since the beginning for the Prime games, so holding out hope.
If anybody's in the chat, Uncle works for Nintendo.
True, yeah.
To funnel along.
Also, tell me if Prime 4's Desert is good, not boring. I hope it's not. That bike gameplay was totally unexpected. I hope it's good. It looks pretty decent. All right, Seeker Missiles, do your
bike
job.
Does sound really cool.
Well, it's funny because I remember there were rumors about, Retro Studios is working on a Star Fox game. Oh, they're working on a F-Zero game. It turns out they're working on both. And then put in Prime 4.
Yep.
At least in some way, right? So.
Why not? Sometimes you just gotta sneak in a little bit of racing action.
I just think it's kind of incredible that after all this time, like the same game engine is used for all 4 of the mainline Prime games. Like, I mean, obviously with heavy modifications, right? I'm doing a bomb space jump here to get to the top of this half pipe into this portal. There we go. Nice. It's like slightly faster than just using the half pipe normally.
Yeah, it is really cool. It kind of makes it feel like it's a true continuation.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same studio
up where they left off.
But more importantly, it's like the same leadership. It's Kensuke Tanabe and Michael Kelbaugh, who's both of them been involved since the beginning. Michael Kelbaugh has been president of Retro Studios since 2003, so year before this game came out. Oh yeah, the cutscene triggered because we haven't visited this room yet. It actually extends like way beyond this room, so I just wait and then get loaded. That actually gets me past like a gate that blocks the way since I haven't been to this part of Dark Aegon Waste before. But yeah, this is my fastest way into the dark version of those pirate labs that I was in earlier. Shouts to Dichur, the child warrior of the Luminoth. Luminoth are actually like kind of a dope race. One of the developers at Retro Studios at the time, I don't know if it was Brian Walker or if it was Brian Walker that talked about it. The Luminoth language, they speak with like their knuckles, and their knuckle positions are what determine like the letters of the alphabet. And so the like grid-like dot pattern on the translator gates and the lore scans, that's technically their knuckle positions, which that was what one of the devs said in an interview with Kiwi Talks. I just think that's like the most dope thing.
That's really cool. That's
There's your
super
fun
involved
fact.
world building. Yeah, that's a great fun fact.
Okay, so this Sky Temple key coming up, this is the one that does not spawn unless you actually obtain the main power bomb upgrade. So this is why you have to kill Power Bomb Guardian. I forget which developer it was. Mike Wicken may have been the one that talked about it. I don't know if it was Brian Walker. Maybe someone in chat can like find out for me while I'm doing my run.
Some research.
Do the work for me, please.
This is how we collaborate. This is how we make the
exactly.
Yeah.
This Inglet's here. I can just dash right off of him. And Aegon cleanup is super fast for 90%. We're already done, so we're just going to Sanctuary next. And then the Sanctuary elevator's right there next to this portal, so just it works out. Very optimal routing. My hot take on Prime 4 is that it's going to involve other hunters, potentially the ones from Prime Hunters. Ooh. But I could be wrong. I think it's at least going to like involve the primary weapons being like not beam weapons based on like the weapon wheel that shows up in the HUD. I think someone confirmed through the demo that scan visor is now just a dedicated face button. I think it's like X on the Joy-Cons and Pro Controller. And then the D-pad selects like the missile launcher, and then in the latest trailer it had a there was some like I think psychic weapon that they haven't actually talked about yet. But there was like a second ammo system, kind of like the beam ammunition, that showed up in the trailer, so. Hot take is that Prime 4 is going to involve Samus Aran. I don't know. Big if true.
We'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, has she ever learned to ride a bicycle?
Metroid Prime 4 theories. We'll see. Maybe. Share your theories in chat. Will it involve Samus? Or will Samus be not seen?
As much as I love Sanctuary Fortress, you can tell they sort of ran out of time in development because they have this whole area of like the front section here, and the only reason you ever come this way, I mean, there are a save station and an ammo station, but there's nothing else to do over here beyond going to Hive Entrance and getting the Sky Temple key. I'm curious if, with more time, what Retro could have done with more Sanctuary Fortress.
Answers in chat that the idea for the Luminoth language was from fellow designer Carl Deckard.
Carl Deckard. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Did talk about it. Yeah.
I was like, I was like thinking like, oh yeah, I think it was Mike Wicken that talked about it. Thanks for digging up that information, PJ.
We love chat investigators, chat sleuths. Y'all are awesome.
I feel like this is my chat's like favorite randomizer location is Hive Entrance, but there's your Hive Entrance representation. There's a location called Mining Plaza at the very start of Aegon Wastes that actually kind of a late game location, but you can see what the item is early on. And I get punished more often than I don't by that item, so. Though there's like a screw attack out of bounds you can do, so it's a lot less potent of a punishing rando item. Also, I play a ton of this game's randomizer. I got like 60 episodes of like Prime 1 randomizer. I have like almost 300 of Prime 2. Like this randomizer, this game's rando is incredible.
Well, Chad, if you're into randomizers, we've got something for you. You're in luck. There's actually a hotfix show entirely dedicated to showing randomizer runs. It's called Random Number Generator.
What?
It's on Tuesday evenings every other week.
You're gonna tell me Skybills hosted or something like that? Don't you?
Yeah, maybe. What? Maybe Skybills does host that one. That's amazing. Right. You've probably heard Skybills host for Mainline as well.
Yeah.
Her voice has been around in lots of places. So if you're interested in randomizer runs, come on down on Tuesdays.
She's good people. Shouts to Sky. Shouts to other hotfix shows and random number generation.
We have a bunch of cool shows. Every single show has its own sort of theme, a showrunner that is super passionate about making it happen. And we run programming almost every single day of the week. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, yeah, it's a whole production. We care a lot about this. We really do. It's truly a passion project. Also a show on Fridays from all of us.
So the Sky Temple key here is on the other side of this wall. This is like a two-part kind of room. I'm going to do a terminal fall abuse by landing on the very edge of this platform on the side of this gate. That's going to respawn me on the other side. I can just go get this key right away. And then we're going to follow this up with the last out of bounds of the run. Because normally you are supposed to come here after you fight Spider Guardian. And as you can see, I did not actually fight Spider Guardian.
Last one, I kind of can't believe it. This run has had so much out of bounds.
Yeah, this is where the rest of the Sank stuff comes together. It's why I got Cobalt Translator. I'm basically going to go through that workers path room backwards And also kind of this room backwards while out of bounds. I'm gonna focus real quick though. Hop out of here. There we go. That could have gone badly actually. The standable part of it, or the jumpable part of this, is like really thin. And there's this little spot here. Again, this movement right here is just all choreographed. Notice the zoom, because it thinks I'm in the Spider Guardian fight. So basically I'm jumping. Ooh, that was almost bad. That's fine. And then one more terminal fall abuse puts me on exactly the other side of this workers' bathroom. That was where I got cannonball off that orb thing there. Oh no, I said the word.
Oh no, the word.
Oh no, chat. And then with Cobalt, that lets me go straight to the back to the energy controller with our dear old pal O'Lear. We get to go straight to Temple Grounds, or I guess in this case, Great Temple, directly with the fast travel. So just the routing here is pretty sick, in my opinion. It's really cool. I do hope that Prime 4 has a fast travel system. That'd be pretty cool. All right, 3 more Sky Temple keys left. They are all in the temple grounds. And then we just go straight to final area, the Sky Temple, and the final boss.
Wow, we are closing in quickly on the end of this run.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Umos is in the way. A little rude of him to just stand there, but that's fine. You know what game also has a Sky Temple, technically? Metroid Dread.
Which one?
Mr. Miguel will be running that on, I believe, Saturday.
Metroid Dread is a pretty cool game, from what I know.
Here's where I'm, here's why I have the translators that I got after getting Light Suit. Oh, I think I meant to scan these in the different room. That's fine. So fun fact, I believe in an RTA optimized run, you would stay in Temple Grounds after entering it to then do the cleanup. For in-game time, it's faster to like go to Temple Grounds, then back to the Great Temple, and then take a different elevator to like the a different arm of the Temple Grounds that leads to like the other key of the 3 keys. So just funny how that works. There are the splinters again. The Ing are going to take them over, but we're going to pay them no mind. Trying to get a screw attack there, but game disagreed. Chatter, I agree. Metroid Dread is a great game. I'm glad it turned out to be a great game.
And I'm hearing that it was its birthday.
Yeah.
Very recently, or
was,
still is.
Yeah. Shout out to the Dread
Depending on where
speedrun
you are.
community.
That's
They organized
very cool.
I think a glitchless race earlier today.
Nice. Yeah, we got to celebrate Metroid on the Dread birthday.
Mm-hmm. Straight up.
Super iconic gaming series. The world of games, I think, owes a lot to Metroid.
Yeah, John Metroid, he did a lot for us. Please respect
It's
him.
so true. And Jane Vadia, you know, they work together very well. Wouldn't have Hollow Knight without
That's the first one for me. I think I've heard Jane Vania before, but now I'm like, wow. So true.
Jane Vadia. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff.
Yo, go get some
Sometimes you think
shout-outs
of
to
words
Jane
and you
Vania
say
in
them.
chat.
Jane Vania. Are you a John
In the
Metroid or a
YouTube
Jane
comments.
Vadia fan?
That's funny. John Metroid, Justin Bailey, Legends of the Metroid Saga.
So true.
Need ammo, actually. Hopefully game will... Okay, we'll just get 5 light ammo. That's fine. Oh, there we go. There's the 30. So if you're ever like struggling with beam ammunition in this game, just light ammo comes from killing stuff with dark beam or destroying crates. I think the game doesn't talk about destroying crates, and it should. And then vice versa for dark beam, for dark ammunition, kill things and destroy crates with light beam. Or if you have Annihilator, just use Annihilator and you get both. And their kids, John Roguelike and Jane card game. Pretty good.
Slay the Spire. Is here.
Shout out to my friend Baja Blood, who's a huge Slay the Spire fan.
It's a great game.
He will agree with you. I should probably play it at some point. I still need to play Player Obscure. I'm like smack dab in the middle of a writing process for my script for a video essay I'm working on for there's a Super Metroid ROM hack that just came out called X Fusion, or I guess it's pronounced Cross Fusion.
Ooh.
And I have thoughts on it.
Well, community main content. We have a show for that. Parallel Universe on Fridays.
Somebody, see Scotty, you speedrun it. Submit it. Someone contact
exactly.
C Scotty W.
We've got a show for fan made content. It's really cool.
Who hosts that one again? I can't remember.
Helix.
Oh, this Helix. Okay, dope. Helix is dope.
Yeah, it's a really cool show. You can see mods and fan games and all sorts of stuff. Sometimes randomizers, bingos, kind of anything.
There's an ing here that's probably blocking the way. His name's George. He's blocking the way. It's George. Okay, actually, we got past him pretty effortlessly, so I'll take that. Shout outs to George. Shouts to Metaquarius for finally finishing X Fusion after it was like 10 minutes or 10 minutes of development, 10 years of like on and off development work.
10 minutes. The fastest dev time of all time.
Just did a total conversion hack in 10 minutes, all good.
Yeah.
That is the funniest like Freudian slip I've done in a while.
Yeah. Those are very different times.
Ammo's pretty good, actually. Dark ammunition's what's more important for this, for the final boss, so. Yeah, so we are basically done with the exploration part. The last key is basically right next to the Sky Temple Gateway, which is the direct path to the final boss. So we are heading in that direction now. Games made quick. Amazing. Those game jams are crazy.
So true. 10 whole minutes. The fastest devs ever. They gotta make an event like that.
This gate that's not open. I'm just like, all right, morph, and then just go fast. Oh yeah, the one thing I never mentioned, by the way, even though in my notes I think it's like at the beginning of the run. The reason I've been morphing throughout so many of these rooms is because the morph ball is about twice as fast as walking. That's without boosting. With boosting, it's like 3 to 4 times as fast as walking. Walking is around 11.8 speed, and boosting gets you to around like 35 to like 38 units of speed, like at peak.
That is a greater number.
Yeah, number go up.
Number go up. My little host brain loves that phrase. Can't get enough of it.
Shouts to folding ideas.
True.
NFT takedown video.
Number go up. That was a good one.
Well, I mean, I'll be pedantic. Actually, its line goes up, but spiritually, it's the same.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. I hope I get the dial that says I got all the keys. Otherwise, I'm gonna be worried. Yeah, I got it. I knew I got it. Whew. I did all the routing. Gamer, what is going on? I got knocked to the side or something. Definitely not a skill issue on my end.
We got the keys. That's the most important thing.
Indeed. You know what? Secret missiles are pretty blessed today. I don't think any of them missed their target once. And I'll take that. This room's honestly so cool. There's some really good environmental storytelling here too. Because all the key bearers that were tasked with getting the keys back for the Luminoth, all but one of them died. Well, they all died, but only one of them was able to actually return the key. Her name is Acol, and she's the reason why you had to hunt 9 keys instead of 10. Honestly, I actually really love the story behind the Luminoth. It's very dire and dark and sad, but I don't know. There's just something like surprisingly like poignant about learning of their struggle to just to not be eradicated from existence. It's like the Ing were like brutally like genocidal with their desire to wipe out the light world so that they could have all the planetary energy. All right, final boss, Emperor Ing.
All right.
4 light shots here.
Final boss, lock in, chat.
And it gets the eye exposed. I need to fire 4 super missiles at him and hopefully not get lasered. And I need to I need to pull up Scan Visor to skip the cooldown of the super missiles. That went very well. I'm very happy with that. On the phase 2, there are these tentacles I need to destroy with either bombs or power bombs. I'm basically going to bait them out and then lay a power bomb with the right timing to get 3 or 4 of them knocked out at a time. With Cannonball, though, I have nothing really to worry about. This becomes basically an auto-scroller. Although I am out of power bombs, which is a little bit unfortunate. And the power bomb drop right here is not good. I believe in 100% you don't have Cannonball at this point because you do have to lose it at later on in the run. So then the Inglets can really just mess you up. And the fight becomes a lot more based on RNG. Emperor Ing phase 3, final phase. Very involved fight where you have to hit him with power beam shots and then like a beam of the opposite polarity of what color his heart turns, or you can just screw attack underneath his legs and damage him and ideally quick kill him like that. And that's Emperor Ing.
All right, very nice.
Of course, in true Metroid fashion, got to escape. Technically, we definitely stole all the energy from Dark Aether. Dark Aether is collapsing in on itself. We got to get out. Time is of the essence. I'm gonna get some missiles here while I'm at it. But of course, who would show up and ruin our day but Dark Samus? Technically, you fight her 3 times in the game. We don't fight her. We don't do the second fight because Echo Visor isn't needed. And she has 2 phases here. I want to try to get her to stay in her first phase. Because if she gets in her second phase, she becomes invincible and only takes damage from one specific attack that involves absorbing these like Phazon pellets of hers. Hopefully she will cooperate though. We'll see what happens. That might be too far away. Okay, get ready on time.
So soon? Oh my gosh.
So if she pulls up the force field like this, she is still in phase 1, which is great. Playing a little bit safe here. Oh, she might have. Okay, never mind. I got scared for a second. And time.
Wow, GG.
That was a pretty good run for a marathon run.
No kidding.
That was pretty good.
That was about a 123
yeah, nice.
with a 140 estimate. That is great.
That was like 10 minutes faster than my PAX run, so I'll take it. Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's hard because this run is really fast if everything goes right, but then I lost like 10 minutes to quad skip during PAX.
Happens.
So I'll take it. This was fun. Thank you for watching this all the way through, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Chad had a great time. So did I.
I have some shout outs I'd like to share. I know it's late, so thank you all for tuning in. But hey, we got a spooky game for... this game's great, by the way. You should play all the Prime games, but especially Prime 2. Prime 2, I think, has aged quite well. It has a really cool, unique identity for itself. I think the Ing and the Luminoth are really great character designs. There's some great environment stuff going on, even for like GameCube, this 20-year-old game. But yeah, I want to shout out the server for Metroid people who want to play other games good too. Y'all are homies. Shout outs to the Metroid Prime randomizer community. There's randomizers for technically all 3 of the Prime games, actually. But especially for Prime 2 rando is a time. If you like Zooter or Link to the Past rando, Echoes rando will be up your alley for sure. Highly recommend it. My notes said, I hope Prime 4 comes out soon, or that we can download the Gamescom demo, and then in parentheses, pretty please Nintendo and/or Retro Studios. 3 emojis with the heart eyes. That was before we got the release date. So shout outs to December 4th. It is coming out soon. I finally pre-ordered the game and the amiibos. We'll see how much Retro pleases me or disappoints me with Prime 4. Shout outs to everybody watching. Shout outs to Games Done Quick. Thank you all for having me. Satan, do you have anything you want to add? Oh, I have like one more thing, but I'll let you talk real quick.
I want to add that if chat wants to see you, they should go and follow you on Twitch. We have the name in the description right there. You can just click Bash Prime and click that little heart right there.
Yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/bashprime. I'm also on youtube.com/@bashprime. We're also at Bash Prime VODs on YouTube. All my stream VODs go there. Hopefully my X-Fusion video will be out by the time you're watching this on YouTube. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, hopefully it's already out. I need more time to get it written and edited, so... excuse me, I've been talking so much.
You've done great.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, and thank you all for watching. I think that's going to be it for me.
Fantastic. Well, you did an absolutely fantastic job. That was such a fun run of Metroid Prime 2. And yes, we are all looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. Cannot wait for December. And also, if you cannot wait for more GDQ Hotfix, well, we're not going to have new shows until tomorrow, but if you did miss out on Out of the Box or Creature Corner, you can stay tuned as we replay both shows right after this. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for an Alien Isolation speedrun special, followed by Passion Project. So yeah, we're on Thursday night tomorrow. It's a special time. Definitely make some time in your calendar for that.
You pick your spooky, like, atmospheric games quite well, so shout outs.
Yeah, definitely come watch. We love October. It's a great month. But anyways, we're going to sign off. That's it for Creature Corner. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Goodbye, chat.